Top of the top. Back up in here. What's up? What's up? Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Holla at me in the chat. Let me know y'all live. What's up? What's up, y'all? Yes, we are back. All right, we got a decent show today. We got a few things to talk about. So yeah, we're gonna run through this. We're gonna go through it. It's a lot of things going on right now. What's up, y'all? Holla at me in the chat. This is hands down the livest chat on YouTube, period. All right, that's just what it is. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be talking about everything we already spoke about. I'm gonna repeat it again. There's nothing this year that we didn't talk about already. It's nothing but updates. All right, everything has been spoken about. This is the year we have been watching these things play out. That is it. Time controls the show, and we just watch the clock. All right, that's what's up. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? All right, y'all. How y'all? What's good, man? What's up, Punches? What's up, man? What's up, Tiff? What's up, PJ? I saw you here. What's up? What's up, Danny? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Hope. All right, y'all. Ain't no rush, but yeah, we're gonna talk about the media lies. All right, y'all. So remember I said this is the year where media gonna be exposed for all of the stuff they do. I told you last week what I've been seeing is to the point where people are literally making up news, making up lies for clicks and views. But I tried to tell them, y'all, once you have to lie, you're already finished. You just don't know it yet. See, once I got a sneaker store and I started out selling Jordans and Nikes, but after a while, I got to start putting fake sneakers in the store to trick my customers. That means my business already crashing. I'm just trying to keep it going. See that? So I was able to see a lot, man. Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to make a name. Everybody want to chase money. Then I was able to see they don't know how to be famous. They don't know how to make money. They don't know how to do nothing because they're not authentic. Yeah, I told you you from a culture of scammers, liars, and cheaters. Because hip-hop culture is a culture of goddamn liars, cheaters, and stealers, and felons. That's right, and gun toters, and thieves. Educated thieves, ignorant thieves, whether they got a GED or a degree. Same thing. And it's a predatory culture where everybody steals from each other, eat off each other, lie on each other for a penny. That's all it is, y'all. So I told you, I don't watch them. I don't listen to nothing they got to say. So lately, they've been talking about this guy named Ray Daniels. Ray Daniels. Well, I've been knew he had a YouTube channel. I know everybody that's industry and corporate by how they channel set up and how they talk. They're all the same. They have a certain language, a certain code. I also know they co-sign each other. So when this one say that one name, say that one name, say that one name, say that, I know they all together, they all friends. So another thing I told you, in the end, they're gonna be watching each other. Let me show you how it's predatory. Now you got on YouTube all these content creators as friends, trying to make money off the same people, trying to co-sign each other, but ain't no money being made and nobody's organic, nobody's original. So this guy named Ray Daniels on YouTube, he's an industry guy, allegedly from Atlanta. I don't know it, I don't care. But he put out a rumor yesterday for content saying that Jay-Z album is complete. Once again, New York, people from down south breaking news on Jay-Z like they got the sauce. So if anybody gonna break the news on Jay-Z album complete, I would assume it's gonna come from New York, Charlemagne, or somebody. But anybody ran with that story, the joke's on you, man. Told you it's a trick where all y'all going to watch fake news, spread fake news, and believe fake news. But this the year fake news is banned, like I said. And they all being exposed, y'all. The bots exposed is part exposing fake news. But what y'all don't get, the fake news is the lies that been told to y'all, but it's just a revelation of the lies that was told to you for so many years. That's why to this day, you still don't know who slayed Biggie or Pac. You don't know nothing because we've been dealing with lies for 30 years straight. And I told you these lies are worse than the Abraham Lincoln, George Washington days. Why is it worse? Because back in the 1800s, they couldn't fact check. See, back in the Harriet Tubman days, they couldn't fact check. They ain't know nothing. They had to figure things out, get it through word of mouth. So a lie back then was one thing. But when you still believing in lies now and spreading lies, told you make it worse because in 2026, you got this thing called fact check artificial intelligence that it ain't no such thing as lies no more. It really ain't. Now you see why I said it's all based on what you believe. If you want to know the truth, it's right there. Hey, you want to believe a lie? That's on you. That you believe in a lie just means you were too lazy to find out the truth. That's cool. But when you start spreading it, that's when it's something else. And I told you, most of them spread lies, y'all. So this guy was say a lie, then he gonna run with it. He gonna run with it because they need content and money. So they gonna just keep doing it. And meanwhile, that whole day was all lies. Which means that day, the fans, subscribers, inhaled all lies. The more you inhale lies, it sets you back from going forward in reality. That's why I told you this color people time is deep. See, you always gonna be second because you gotta fight through lies. You gotta go through all this hell to find out the truth. Meanwhile, everybody else just get the truth quick. We gotta fight, go through stuff, figure out, pull out tools, dig up stuff. Nah, y'all, the truth is simple. They just make it hard. So I'm saying all that because, once again, this is nothing but an update on when I said these people been lying their ass off. When they keep talking about other races, these other races are not lying their ass off right now. Everybody has tried to clean their ways up and be better people except for certain people. They don't want to accept this hip-hop rap culture is dead. Everybody that started a channel talking about hip-hop after goddamn 2024 is a clown. I'm going to tell you that. You're a straight clown because you could have did anything else. Which means if you thought hip-hop was going forward, especially without the youth or the new generation or new music, you insane. You insane. You insane. Think about it. A concert at a nursing home or a concert at a high school. Which one gonna pop? All right then. I look at this as a nursing home. I look at all y'all people that had y'all shot already. I look at like all y'all in a nursing home. That's right. And y'all are under mind control. See, a lot of y'all old celebrities, y'all had whoever y'all were. See, it's a science where you can't go without that camera. A lot of y'all on that camera to make yourself think you're still somebody because you don't want to accept you got to go back to a normal life. So a lot of this stuff, I'm going to say a lot of this stuff is people fronting for their household. Like when you was in the industry, you got a wife. Now you ain't in the game no more. Your wife look at you like you're washed up. I need to do something. Let me start a podcast. I need to do something. Make my wife think I got something going on. I think that's what they doing, y'all, because there ain't no money on here like that. Then a lot of them were so-called in the millionaire bracket, thousandaire bracket. So they need real money. They need real money. So when I see industry people with podcasts and 3 people on there, I'm like, man, ain't get no money like that. There ain't enough of millionaires to chop up. That ain't enough money. It's just not. So this guy named Ray Daniels, I mean, hopefully he gets some clout on YouTube. But I told you, you got to earn your bones on here. So I will help cook his ass today. Because Ray Daniels spread a rumor about Jay-Z album is complete. But no. That's to deflect from Drake news, which means Drake already got 3 complete. So Mr. Ray Daniels, if you didn't speak about Drake's 3 albums complete, if you didn't give any insight on anything current, rickross, and you just come out with Jay-Z complete, man, I already know you work for. So you exposed because Jay-Z and Rock Nation came out and said, Jay-Z album done, that's a lie. That's not true. So we're going to get into it. What else we going to get into? Let's go top of the top. Top of the top. Sugeknight don't want to talk no more, y'all. But Sugeknight is 61 years old. So once again, let me show you what's going on. I told them all this internet gonna make them clowns. So Suge, this how Suge looking. I'm gonna show y'all what the people saying. So Suge, you online on all these interviews, all the dialogue, all these interviews, talking. Now it's time to go in that court. He don't want to talk. He talking junk like he don't want to talk. Guys, it's not a good look. That's what I'm trying to say. If you wasn't going to talk, you should have never talked. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, if I wasn't going to talk in 97, y'all, I was not going to come back and talk no time after that about Nathan. That's just how I go, y'all. That's how. You can't pick and choose when you want to talk because it don't look right. And I kept telling you, they don't understand stuff. They've been so busy trying to give their opinions and persuasions to the hip-hop community, but they never want to acknowledge that the rest of the world have been watching them and critiquing them and on their ass. When we on this internet and a lot of people feel like they private investigators, no, people are tech savvy. So I'm trying to tell you, man, if you wasn't going to talk, you should have never spoke after that from 97. Back 96, just left it alone. But you can't come on the internet talking. Now it's the real time to talk. Sure, giving threats, keep it dealing. People don't want me to talk. If we get by talk, it's going to be over. Now, it ain't about what I say, it ain't about what I think. I'm going to just show y'all what the people saying about Suge. So once again, let's rewind it. When I said it is no heroes in this, is nobody a hero. Everybody got their position. Everybody got to hold their ground, but it ain't no heroes in this. Shit, even down his mother, even down to Feeney, his brother, ain't no heroes in this. It is what it is. All right? So, now villains, it might be villains, but it ain't no heroes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no heroes. So my point, we're going to get into it also. Claressashields, she has a big fight in Atlanta this weekend, and I have not seen it promoted like that. But now what I'm saying is I spoke before. All right, y'all. Now, like I say, I rock with Claressashields. It's just that I started looking at her different when she got with Papoose. Same thing about Remy Ma. I used to like Remy Ma. She got with Papoose. She just started looking different to me. And I ain't got nothing against Papoose, man. I just don't take him serious. Now, why I say this? This fight is important this weekend, y'all. Because now, with Claressashields fighting, now we're going to see if she been training as much as she been posting. So this is what I've been speaking about. Now we're going to see if she been training as much as she posting. Because guess what? It's fight night coming up this weekend. And she ain't fighting no scrub. But now this weekend, Claressashields will be able to, you know what I'm saying, wrap it all up. Get her clout, get her money, and improve her status. And it's not going to be in Atlanta for no reason. It's going to be in Atlanta. So all Claressashields subscribers can pull up. You get it? So you know what type of event it is. So hopefully Claressashields knocks this woman out. All right? So we about to get started, y'all. I had to drop the link one more time, man. We up, man. We up. It's going to be a good one today, y'all. So like I say, man, we just going to get into the real talk around here. Nothing I say is a fact. It's all alleged. It's just entertainment. Thank you for everybody hitting the like button, the comment section. Bless all of the new members. I got some coming this afternoon. All right? Thank y'all all for tapping in and enjoying yourself and enjoying the content. A lot of y'all are starting to realize this thing is drying up. We got left. That's it. And after this, nothing else, right? These apps are some of our last form of communications on this planet, y'all. You better understand what's happening. That's why I throw it at y'all. Guys, there ain't no hip-hop culture. There ain't no culture. Go outside. Ain't no culture. Ain't nobody. It's all right here. Everybody got steered online. And after online, that's it. So enjoy yourself. But as this internet get cleaned up, it will be more networking. Soon it will be safe to network again. Yes. So let's just jump into it, y'all. Let's jump into the land of fantasy land. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's up. What's up, Shirley? What's up, Sandra D? What's up, Black the Free Thinker? What's up, bro? What's up, Swirl Girl 1D? What's up, Danielle? All right, let's go. I'm feeling good today. What about y'all? All right, Jay-Z album is done. But there's one thing holding up its release. Wow. Jay-Z album is done. Did I not already expose this hot new hip-hop? It's not about exposing. Guys, y'all know on this channel, that's why so much love when I shout you out in the chat, because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I call y'all the family, because y'all know. So, we went through a whole visualization when I said, I'm going to make a point to show y'all. Off YouTube, they don't have no real traction. Off YouTube, a lot of people don't even like them. And I made a point to tell you what. I'm going to show y'all all the media that you can't pay for clicks, views, likes, and comments. It was really an educational series. So when everybody started to catch up with these bots and these talk, I was giving classes on all of that. How to know real news from fake news. And what I say, I said Hot New Hip Hop, they on their way out of here. I said Shade Room, they on their way out of here. I said all of them. I'm showing you how they couldn't even get 50 likes. I'll show you to this day, goddammit. Shade Room can't even get 100 likes. They can't get 50 likes. I've been showing y'all how many times we went through it, y'all. Days of people not getting no likes, no reactions, no comments, no likes. That was your clue that they pay for numbers. Why? When you are big, wherever your face is seen at, and people like you like that, you're going to get likes. Now, y'all get it twisted. The likes really mean something. Because you got to like somebody to hit the like button or acknowledge them, or even when you leave a bad comment. Even if you don't like them, you diss them. You're still reacting. But when people start getting no reaction, that means nobody cares. That means nobody even feel like hitting the button for you. That means people don't even feel like hating on you. That's when you are irrelevant. Now, we watched this going for months. But what I was saying is, I know Jay-Z got fans, and then about Jay-Z, it's about what I was showing you. It's a movement of these people posting and posting and posting, but they not popping, which means it's a matter of time. When you running companies, you got to get paid. But see, as every year closes and these tax years wrap up, they're going to see it now. In the past 2 years, we've been spending this money for promotion. We've been promoting, but we ain't making no money. They got staff. They still got to spend money, but they ain't making no money. Why? They had every site monetized. Guys, when you got a Google partnership, this is why people post everywhere to try to get $1. But when the culture was big online, you was able to make a lot of money off blogging. But as it slowed up, bloggers done started YouTube channels. Go look at the Shade Room YouTube channel. Very slow. I tell you, man, I watched it. I don't lie myself, but in my mind, when I want to know what's going on, I look at everybody with a name where everybody's supposed to be big. That's how I start to know what's up. That's why I say I don't watch certain levels. So we have watched these platforms sinking in our face like Complex, but they keep posting and posting and posting. But my point is, after a while, the employees they're paying on salary, the money they're spending for promotion, as the entertainers start noticing this stuff ain't helping me, it's going to keep going down. So I told you, we at a point now they've been making up news. You're going to see if Jay-Z didn't perform, they wouldn't have had nothing this summer. Guys, the whole summer, if Jay-Z didn't perform in July and goddamn Nolan Wells didn't die, it wouldn't have been no topic this whole summer. Cold word, when it's slow, Nolan Wells. Don't nobody care about no damn Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells make that money. You see what I'm saying? Nolan Wells make that money. You feel what I'm saying? The Nolan Wells hustle is legit too. Jay-Z album is done. Fake news. Now I don't look at it as fake news. Just look at it like people lie to you because they feel like it. Look at how some people still feel like in 2026. Lying to people with a certain skin color, ain't nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to lie to them. See, y'all don't understand. The lies are hidden with the disrespect. See, remember back in the day when they spoke about how people were so racist and they didn't like people, right? What did they do? They always lied to us, right? They lied. Your name is Toby. That ain't his name. Lies. When people don't like you, they lie to you. When people don't respect you, they lie to you. When your children lie to you, what that mean, y'all? They don't respect your ass. Right? All right. So I told you, in this culture, it's based on lies because you don't got to respect the fans. You don't got to respect them. You just get their money. Tell them whatever. That's how it works, y'all. So when I've been telling you, it's your own people that been your roadblock, your own people that been your fortress. It's your own people that been the black spike fence that keep you trapped in. Because they refuse to do what's right. That's why they being wiped out. They didn't understand we're not in industry time. Industry times, they were able to do whatever they want. But they don't understand the industry is closed, over. But what they did was bring their industry behavior, their industry ways to YouTube. That's why I keep telling you it's a trap. Now look at it like this. The whole industry is trapped on YouTube, which means they are now under surveillance, which means they're all exposed. Now you see when I was talking about Jay-Z public defenders? Now you see when I say they got platforms? Okay. Now, the thing is, Jay-Z didn't ask for this public defending. So, outright blatant lies. Let's go. So, I told you, man, fake news. Fake news. Oh, where y'all first saw that news at? I bet my life it was Instagram. I bet my life was Instagram. I bet you y'all saw this yesterday. Jay-Z, I'm done. Bet you saw it. Bet you saw it. Bet you saw it. I know you did. But I'm going to just show you. This is why it's going to, guys, you can't make money off fake news. You can't go forward off fake culture. Fake news really means fake culture. Huh? You cut on my crib. What you been doing, fam? Man, I've been doing a lot. I've been going out. I've been doing this. I've been shopping. I've been, all these lies. I ain't been doing nothing. Nothing. Who? So my point is, guys, fake. It's just fake. You can't go forward. I told you this is the year they're going to what? Lose credibility. Oh, no. I told you that last summer when they always going to lose credibility. Now speaking on the biggest trial in the world called the Diddy trial. The whole world talking about it. All these specials, all these docs, everybody outside of hip-hop culture getting rich off Diddy. Whole hip-hop culture quiet. Whole BT quiet. Whole goddamn Atlanta quiet. But now they start talking again when it's about Jay-Z. Meaning, you can't pick and choose media, y'all. You just can't do it. That's called no credibility. And on top of that, not only do they pick and choose their news, they also don't do fact checking, and they will literally make up anything they feel like it for clicks and views. But one day, these bootleg, janky ass people are going to understand. That's why all y'all businesses always crash. Because you can't go forward progress. Always scheming, scamming, and making stuff up. You also can't go forward without controversy. If I always got to put a stunt for you to come to my store, is my store really popping like that? One day you guys going to learn. I was able to see a lot of y'all are not educated, and all my education comes from the streets. I'm very proud of that. Yes, because it shows I didn't waste my life to get degrees and still be a dummy. Let's go. All right? Because this is my point, y'all. This is what I always want y'all to understand. No, smarts is common sense, y'all. You got to have that first. Understand that. You don't got to graduate. You don't got to do nothing. But if you got common sense, you on your way to being a genius. You'll figure the rest out later. You see what I'm saying? It ain't hard, y'all. This life ain't hard. It's not that hard. They make it hard. How Jay-Z pushed American fashion forward. Now, that ain't what we talking about. We get into this story. The lies are so real, Rock Nation had to come out and shut it down, y'all. That's crazy. They ran with a lie online that Jay-Z album is complete. A straight lie. Now let's just ask, why would they do that? Why would this guy even do that? See what I'm saying? No, y'all. This how bad it's getting. But family, y'all know back in the day, ladies, didn't men lie on you back in the day, talking about they hit that, they ain't hit it, lying to their friends? Told you, man. It's a reason why I stay away from it. It's just lies, man. Nobody got time to be God, I don't got time to be in a paralegal trying to figure this out, man. Y'all just lie. Y'all liars, bro. Y'all straight liars. A lot. That's all I'm saying, man. What I mean is that's the majority. When somebody ain't a liar, oh shit, I'm shocked. I love you. You're not a liar like them? Man, I appreciate you. But other than that, no, they liars. So Rock Nation shut down rumors of new Jay-Z album. Now, I've been seeing people lie their ass off. I told you how many times. I done seen people post, the president's in trouble, the Trump is in trouble. I told you Ticket TV, he really be lying his ass off. I'm tired of seeing his ass in my timeline. Them dudes stay lying, y'all. Super lies. You know what I'm saying? 24/7 lies. This one is in trouble. That one in trouble. You go fact check, man, ain't not even happening. Man, that person ain't in trouble. I'm like, man, I got to get away from these people, man. They stay lying, y'all. That's how bad they doing. They crashing out. They crashing out, y'all. Let's go. You know, same way dudes got a lie to get a girl, same way they got a lie to do everything, man. It's some people that can't win unless they lie, cheat, or steal, y'all. It's just the truth. It's the truth. They'll never understand what real glory is or success. See, glory is when you win in the end, man. When you got to lie, cheat, and steal for everything you got, that's called a pitiful life, sir. Let's go. Here's what Rock Nation said about new Jay-Z album rumors. The statement came after Ray Daniels speculated that Ho's upcoming LP was completely done. Speculation online. See that? No, guys, you better get it right. People been feeding you swine. I know you say you don't eat pork. You eat swine every day. All right, this is swine. Straight swine. You get it? People calling themselves, I don't know what they do. Entertainment, news. They so broke, they want to pay for interviews. They sit there, interview themselves. They can't do nothing by themselves, so they need what? Co-hosts? No, guys. When you understand how to rock this YouTube algorithm on your own from scratch, then you get respect. No, guys, you on your platform on the couch with three of you guys at the mic talking. You're trying to do an industry show. It's looking like a knockoff MTV spectacle, but you guys don't know what you're doing like that. And we also know that you only get paid once a month on YouTube, and you guys have to split checks. So it sounds good, and I understand why you got to start controversy. I understand that. But see, on this, you want to get respect when you put that work in. So you got to grind. That industry stuff don't work. So every time y'all try your industry shenanigans, you're going to keep being exposed. All right? And I've been seeing y'all, that dude Ray Daniels, I've been seeing his channel struggling, and I've been seeing them trying to help him come up. Yeah, they try to help each other come up, but it ain't going to work. All right? Because he's done after this lie. All right? Anytime Rock Nation didn't I tell you sometime like Rock Nation, I was like, yo, they ain't who you think they are. Meaning, if they want to message you, they can message you. Or if they want to expose, give us something. What I mean is, they're not the type, people talk about them like they don't be listening. So my point is, if they want to address you, they can address you. That's all I was trying to tell people yesterday. So you're going to see this rumor came out and Rock Nation addressed this stuff. Now, it also confirms what I said. Now, remember when I said they all on YouTube? Everybody's on YouTube and everybody watch YouTube? All right, then. So if Rock Nation got to address somebody that's on YouTube, what does that mean? They watch YouTube. They know what YouTube doing. They got people on YouTube. In the chats, content creators, and leaving comments, and observing, and making sure people don't violate copyright order. That's what they do. I'm telling you, we in this world, everything is watched, and everybody, I'm just going to leave it at that. So if Rock Nation had to come out and address the lies of Jay-Z album is done, you can't get no more faker than that. Also, it's people trying to distract from Drake so bad. So meanwhile, not sitting, and now mind you, also, this is Jay-Z and Rock Nation separating themselves from this news. Because this could just be some propaganda somebody putting out there, don't matter. Just take attention on Drake. Just take attention on everybody who got an album right now. Don't talk about Young Miami no more. Drake, Rick Ross. Hey. See, now you see, whoever they want to be the winners will be the winners. They want Jay-Z to be a winner so bad, they'll say he got an album done. See? But when you want Rick Ross to be the loser, you do a live and laugh at him all day. See how they do? So I'm just trying to show y'all. Y'all know I don't do that. That's what they do. See? They're going to pick and choose who they laugh at, who they talk about, and then they're going to keep talking hip-hop culture because they think hip-hop culture is the key word to keep black asleep. They think hip-hop culture is the magnet to keep black coming back. But in reality, hip-hop culture is the culture where you can tell they ass lies and take their money. So therefore, if I got a lot of them to get clicks and views, that's what I'm going to keep doing every day with no regards. Meanwhile, guys, you see how much these platforms could be used for way more positive energy. That's why I was able to see these people are not creators because you only create from positive energy. Negative energy always runs out. I'll tell you, I was able to peep these people, man. They are finished. Let's go. All right, let's go. And we're going to get into a lot of different things. Let's just go, man. So like I say, right here, Jay-Z ain't got nothing to do with this one. He has nothing to do with it. This is what the stuff they doing. Making up, trying to go hard with artificial news. Like I say, Kendrick versus Game Beef, YG this. It's fabrication. Meaning, just don't talk about Drake. And what I say that is because over the weekend, one of the biggest stories dropped. And you know I got to split it down the middle. So like right here, bingo, this the real news. Drake sends more shots at Jay-Z and Rock Nation. So, Mr. Ray Daniels, Picklehead, you can't tell me about Jay-Z just finished the album and not tell me about Drake sending shots at Jay-Z first. Or you can put them in the same episode. See, you can tell me the truth. You can say, yeah, Drake talking, Drake playing it a certain way. He coming at Hov. He sending shots at Rock Nation. But don't worry, Jay-Z got album complete right now. You ain't do that, sir. So y'all been trying to deflect from this news so much. That's why black meat is collapsing. What else they don't understand? See, they don't understand it is a lot of Drake fans. They grew up off him. They just in the closet. His music's still streaming. He's still winning. So I told you, it's the old heads. Ray Daniel is an old head from the industry. It's the old heads, y'all, that are the main people suppressing Drake in America. That's just what it is. It's the old heads. Period. I didn't grow up on Drake music, but a lot of y'all did. But it's the old heads that's not covering him. And they are the main ones trying to keep him down. For what reason, I don't know. But I also do know. It's because of Jay-Z. Whether he asked for it or not. Rock Nation responds to claim that Jay-Z rumored album is done. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is where it's at right now. Do y'all now get when I said Jay-Z owns YouTube? Do y'all finally get when I said he controls the whole algorithm, whether he wants to or not? Now let's go back into it. When Jay-Z was performing, that guy Ray Daniels, I seen him talking about Jay-Z. Dame Dash on YouTube, whether good or bad, he's still talking about Jay-Z. D. Haven talking about Jay-Z. Jaguar Wright talking about Jay-Z. I'll keep going. Joe Budden talking about Jay-Z. Charlamagne talking about Jay-Z. Academic talking about Jay-Z. I'll keep going some more. Meanwhile, this shit still became the Jay-Z show, which means he controls the internet. His spirit. Got it? That's simple. So that's why I say, guys, I know the world I'm in. He controls the show, which means my whole point of that was just to let you know opinions and media and content on here, it's like, you know what I'm saying, y'all? It's limited options. That's all I'm saying. Limited options. It's very one-dimensional. So if you're a person that are diverse and are very multi-dimensional, I was just telling you, you have to be in tune with many different things other than lame-ass YouTube. All right? Understand that. That's all I was telling you, y'all. I do content, I still trash it. And I also told you, these are the reasons why I would never, ever in my life invest real money into a YouTube channel. Because everything they did, I knew they was going to do. They thieves, they steal, a lot of stuff. That's why I never invest a penny in this shit. But I do everything myself. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't investing a penny. You think I'm going to invest money in this for people to steal? You think I'm going to invest money into this for people to copy and lie and all this stuff? No, man. I'm in a goddamn dirty toilet bowl department. Therefore, I ain't spending a penny. I'm going to keep it just like the hood. Same T-shirt on every day. Same goddamn sneakers. That's about it. Meanwhile, we going to keep laughing at them. Because the ones that need YouTube the most is everybody that's an ex-industry character. And what happens to them is, once all their stories run out, then we're going to see what they're getting into. Because I'm going to show you another revelation about to happen. Once all their stories run out, that's why I kept saying, man, I can't wait till this KPD stuff over with. Because now, a lot of these stories, they're going to dry up. So now the truth is, Death Row, y'all got all y'all stories, all y'all history. Truth be told, Death Row, after this KPD trial, ain't nothing else to talk about, Death Row. Y'all might as well retire. You might as well retire, man. We done heard all the pop stories. It's over after that. Might as well. You know what I'm saying? Might as well. But now, Sugeknight, they want to talk. We're going to get into it, y'all. Nah, man, wrap this stuff up. Let's wrap it up, man. All right, let's go. So anyway, no, this the realest news right here. So my point is, Jay-Z got bigger things going on. According to these stories, he like, yo, I ain't got no album coming out. He got shows coming up. But at the same time, it's something going on with his companies and some with Drake companies. Something going on. I don't have all the facts yet. That's why I ain't speaking on it. But there's something going on. Trust that. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if they ain't talking about that, they ain't talking about nothing. If they ain't breaking down the situation between Drake and Jay-Z, they ain't talking about nothing. But this I trolled them, because even if they do talk about Jay-Z and Drake, it's still going to be one-sided. It's going to be about Jay-Z. Well, Drake, this is how I say they're corny, y'all. Guys, Fritos will always be Fritos. Even if they chili Fritos, plain Fritos, Fritos will always be Fritos, family. Am I lying? All right. Crunchy cheese doodles will always be crunchy cheese doodles. Corny. There's nothing they're going to do about it. You can sprinkle cheese on the same shit. Same thing. You don't matter what. You can make them hot and spicy. Same corn. All right. Now, I'm saying that because that's how I look at all their platforms, because they all do the same thing. All right? They're all corny. And on top of that, they're not in the algorithm neither. Remember when I told you I know everybody? Now watch, right? Stay tuned. I ain't going to say nothing. Y'all just stay tuned. I ain't going to say nothing. Stay tuned. Tell you this year they all finished. This year you heard about Rory and Mal and Big Brother. Everything was about Jay-Z show. And then Jay-Z's son. No, he took over the algorithm, y'all. Everybody had Jay-Z in their mouth. That was the plan. And it happened. It worked. This also Jay-Z saying, man, I'm good. Like, he might be cutting on your ass off. Let's go. Drake references Rock Nation subpoenas and warns rappers. Keyword, subpoenas. Have you heard anybody breaking down subpoenas? You watch media every day. They post every day. They say Jay-Z name every day. Did you hear anything about subpoenas? I'm not on the attack. I just want people to understand you have options. When y'all talk this freedom, you have the freedom to pick and choose. But if you choose correctly as a free person, you will not be dumb. If you are free and don't know how to use your freedom, you will be dumb. See? So I'm saying that because I'm just the one to let you know from day one. It's my responsibility to let y'all know. Guys, the world is yours. Information is a must. That is a new wave 2026. The more you know, the more power you got. And the more dumb you get, you're going backwards. You up against time right now, y'all. That's why it's certain people focus on keeping you back in time, because you won't go forward. That's why your brain still think old Jordans, Air Force Ones. Your brain can't get past 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Meanwhile, we in 2022, 2026. Their brain can't comprehend. So let's go. So I told you guys, you want to hear about the curses that haunt you? This stuff like this. When you're a child born in this world and you don't know nothing about death, and as you're growing up as a child, you get educated on dead people. Your first two guys' education about the dead will be Biggie and Tupac. As a young man, you will be a child and learn about death early. And you will learn about this man named Pac got sprayed up, worse than Malcolm X. You're going to hear these stories because death going to get put in your chest early, sir. That's right. That death going to get put deep in your soul. Got it? It's a teaching. That's why everybody's different. But no, Suge, they ain't letting you off the hook, Suge. I ain't got nothing against Suge. But same rules apply to Suge, same rules apply to everybody. Let's count the ways. In the end, this right here gonna make you a clown. But y'all didn't understand, an interview online, no different from an interview in the precinct. Don't keep talking about Vlad a snitch. Don't keep talking about him 22 a snitch. I was able to see a lot of y'all snitches by the way y'all sit down and run y'all mouth. Not saying everybody's a snitch, but a lot of people claim to be street characters, but was doing a lot of talking on platforms. And they were looking like they were giving certain interviews. So what I'm telling you is this. Suge set himself up. Because if Suge was done with this, he should have left it alone. Y'all remember the interview. Everybody know. That's why I'm like, how long we going to keep talking these Tupac stories? We done seen every DVD. We done seen everything. God damn it, to the goddamn Vegas fight being broken down. Outside the hallway, everything. Who was there, this one, that one, there. We know all that. But see, y'all saw the interview way back in the day when Suge said what? I'm going to let the police do their job. I ain't telling nothing. So cool. But he should have left it at that. Now look, 30 years later, y'all. Back then, he said he don't want, he don't, like, you know what I'm saying? He was quiet. Left it alone. But when they came back online, that's called open up a can of worms. That's why I was telling you, you got to let the dead rest in peace sometime. So my point is, sure, you can't come online for clout. Talking all these Tupac stories, Reggie Wright, all these stories. Now they want you to talk on that stand with that same energy as Art of Dialogue. And now you talking this other talk. People don't want to hear that, Suge. They don't want to hear that. So Suge, you start to look fugazi. You're starting to look phony. But what I say, the whole joke of the East Coast, West Coast, both of their ass ended up in jail because bad boys end up on death row and bad boys go to prison for life. And everybody forgets that part. Nobody talks about how both of these men became failures in the end. And they both did it to themselves. Now, what I'm saying is this. The people, they on Suge ass now. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I told them we're in a different time now. Suge is over 61 years old. Y'all don't want to accept the fact that life has expanded. When you got people that's 30, 28, 27, 25, 22, or you got people born and raised look at they born after our era, y'all. They look at Tupac as a straight hero. So they trying to figure out, how did this hero get slayed and nobody know nothing? That's why I say it. They look at it different. Guys, I will tell you the truth. When Tupac died, me and my people was on the street. We was outside late night. It was California time. We was outside. So if you go check the time when Tupac died in Vegas and match that with East Coast time, I remember we was outside on the block doing, what we was doing? We was getting money. Late night. Tupac just died. For real, Tupac just... Teenagers, y'all, outside getting money. Streets. So I lived through it. I never looked at this. So all the trivia of Suge Shot Me, man, we was breaking down Machiavelli album. That shit first dropped. We was on that 97, fool. 98. When all the Machiavellis came out, we been out on speculation, rumor. We was doing that shit for fun. Yo, man, you hear this? You check this part right here. Suge Shot Me. We was on that back then, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to watch them go into it to this day. They still be talking. I be like, man, bro, did y'all advance at all? When I see y'all talking about shit, we talk about it as teenagers, bro. Guys, when this whole Tupac thing first happened, man, everybody was a Tupac fan, Biggie fan, everybody was into this, man. We was all into the saga of who took out Tupac. Man, that shit went on about 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Machiavelli 1 come out, Machiavelli 2, Machiavelli 3, Machiavelli 5, Machiavelli 7, mixtape. They was hitting too, they was popping. Y'all know that. So we been on the spectacles. Then what happened? All the Tupac DVDs coming out. It was lit. Meaning, we already went through the speculation, conspiracy. We went through all that. But it got rebirthed online. They started it back up. All they did was take our life, bring it online, reboot it. But they forgot the new generation was watching and listening. Now, the younger generation, and get this part again, people that did not grow up on this, people that are not hip-hop culture, people that are not from this race, people from all around the world look at it different. And they're not buying nobody because they don't got no favorites like us. So people been looking at this from high-level investigations played out online. Get it? TikTok, stuff like that. Now, I'm going through all that. So Suge will now see what they think about him. This dude says, leave me out of it. Dude, you a witness. You literally are the only living witness from the car. And you are going to say, leave you out of it, please. So I told you, it sounded good back in the day. I'm going to tell you 1,000,000 times, y'all. We not in gangster culture no more. So the people that's listening and watching, they not from gangster culture, which means they don't respect the silence. They don't respect it. Why? People looking at it right now like Suge could be the hero for Tupac. People saying, do it for his mother. Do it for his family. Do it for somebody. Somebody tell the truth. That's what they saying. So my point is, here you got it. Suge ain't no hero no more. Because now people looking at him what? Suspect. Suspect. They looking at him suspect. Got it? That's why I tell you all. This is touchy stuff. I always tell you, man, people might try to put it on Reggie. Some people are going to put it on Suge. Some people are going to put it on this one. They're going to put it on Kid. They're going to put it on a lot of people. But nobody knows. That's why I always use the word. Ain't no heroes in this. Ain't no heroes in this. Meaning, you also can't say who's the worst. You can't say who's the worst. You can't. You don't know. But other people, they just look at the whole study. Now, let's go. This was Suge said, y'all. This was Suge said out of his own mouth. The people are holding him accountable for what he's saying out of his mouth. They make me come there against my will. If KVD's lawyers bring me there, it don't look good for him. If the prosecution brings me there, it don't look good for them. Knight said, leave me out of it. He said, leave me out of it. That's what Suge said. So guess what? The people ain't buying that. They not letting him off the hook. Why? Now, imagine if Suge never came online doing all those interviews. He would have a nice leg to stand on. Why? I told y'all back in 97, 96, I told y'all back then, I ain't got nothing to talk about. Therefore, I wouldn't even have to say leave me out of it. I told y'all back then, that's it. But he came online. Told you they all being set up on YouTube. Told you they all being set up online. Told you, man. This is what I mean. It's not about Suge getting in trouble. It's not about nothing about that. It's about the people don't look at Suge like that no more. Meaning he gonna always be suspect guy. Suspect, let me break it down. Street, not suspect in a crime, suspect streetwise where can't trust Suge. Which means Sugeknight, no glory. Because the people have spoken. It's new generations. The history books are being written right now. Told them all. It was your last chance to write history. I'm talking about every entertainer, everybody with a name, everybody was famous, everybody with a story. You had your last time to correct your stories. Now the people going to judge is going in the books are closed. All right? Whatever character you portrayed, that's what character you are now. All right? Exactly. So people saying, let me show you again. This dude say, leave me out of it. Dude, you a witness. You literally are the only living witness from that car. And you're going to say, leave you out of it, please. Now, right here, they say, exactly. He is playing chess. He is hoping they offer him a deal to cooperate. Sugeknight issues a chilling threat from prison. I think that he had him taken out. That's what they said about you, Suge. So like I said, you brought it on yourself, bro. It's just what it is. Because it's a different generation. You got to prove it to them. That's why I kept telling them. I kept telling them that. You got to prove it to this era. This ain't 96. This ain't, you talking to people that didn't grow up on Death Row. They didn't grow up on Bad Boy. They don't know Suge. Meaning they don't know the velocity. They wasn't there. All they looking at is apples and oranges. Okay, Suge, you was in the car. What you mean you don't know nothing? And Tupac, your man, all these stories about how you love him and all this stuff. You're 60 years old. Meaning, what street credibility you trying to get? And what people also know, if he do tell, he can get some of that time cut. But at the same time, people not buying it. Because you can't talk online on all those platforms. You can't do that and then say, I ain't saying nothing. No, they just want you to have the same energy. They ain't saying tell, but they saying, sure, you got to be in that courtroom the same energy as far as you got to talk just like you was online. See, you ain't got to snitch. They just like, you talking about you ain't saying nothing. Leave you out of it. Hold up, leave you out of it. How the hell we going to leave you out of it when you was in the car? So you supposed to leave me like, your story continues on. Meaning, your whole point is, I ain't getting Tupac whacked. I ain't got to do with that. So I always tell y'all, they expose themselves. Meaning, it's ways to clear your name without telling on people. Meaning, it's ways to make situations just about you with no incrimination. It is ways to do it. It's very simple, y'all. It's very simple. Because the reality is, right, if I'm a driver, I can't see everything. I'm driving. I can't see every goddamn, can I? All right. So it's not hard. I'm going to get into this another time. Meaning, it's things I'm going to say, but just not now. Because it's an open case. So you see right here, I think Suge had that man unalived. It's called public opinion. Honestly, his life stinks. He goes from riding the wave of stardom and trend setting to living life in jail and going to court for ancient crimes. Ancient crimes. Tell you, man, they saying, man, y'all washed up. They saying you washed up, Suge. And they starting to say you an idiot. Because now, like I say, after all the glamour and glitz of Death Row Bad Boy, in the end, it looks like Diddy and Sugeknight were two idiots, hardheads, knuckleheads, that had nothing but a big industry with money behind them. Especially Suge. Why I say that? Because Diddy still got some money left. So I just wanted Suge to understand that. All that talking online, all this stuff, all these glorified stories sound good, but people looking at them sideways. Sideways. Because the reason why, y'all, is because Suge always portrayed how much love he had for Tupac. See, now everybody else didn't do it like that. Now remember, y'all, I could have been on death row, but if me and Tupac could have been cool, we cool. If me and Tupac was on the label, we fell out. But if I was on that label, say how much I love Tupac and I love Pac, and Pac was my little brother and I love him, don't I owe Tupac more than this? Meaning, well, I ain't testifying, but after that, a couple dudes I know, a couple people getting pistol whipped. Some people gonna be getting pistol whipped. Some people gonna be getting dealt with some kind of way, choked out. It's gonna be some. Meaning, when the book's closed, you gonna hear I went on a rampage some kind of way, spazzed out, because y'all took my man's out. That's one thing. So my point is, the people nowadays looking at it. Well, we know the streets are dead. Streets are over. So it's looking like Suge, you trying to hold on to this gangster persona, but your gangster persona you trying to hold on to is making you look guilty. Because that's why I told you, they've been online playing a blame game, but people pick and choose who they believe. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I was telling y'all about Reggie. Reggie addressed everything. Reggie, whatever Reggie do, I want to call it a fight, but Reggie wasn't going around saying, oh, Pop was my best friend. He always tell you, I like Pop. That, but my point is, Suge, that's my little brother. I love him. So he is the one, in reality, with all the pressure. Because the whole scheme is Tupac don't have nobody to speak up for his defense. Except for his brother. Got it? Bingo. Meaning Tupac don't got no witnesses in his behalf. He playing chess. He is hoping they offer him a deal to cooperate. But that could be part of it too. That could be part of it too. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But at the end of the day, y'all, that's why I'm just letting it play out. That's why I ain't covering it all day. This summer, they're going to cover, they've been covering dead people, Nolan, and then now they're going to be covering in jail people. Let's go. Yeah, meaning, shout out to the key figures that been talking about this. Shout out to the people that's a part of it, people that been doing their thing. I respect all the people that been, or meaning this their lane. That's what I call this their lane. So some people, Tupac was, and the whole Death Row Big, this whole thing was always y'all lane. Respect to y'all. But everybody else, y'all are clowns. Meaning they want to hop on a KVD trial now because it's a topic and they don't got nothing. So let's go. They still trying to stream court cases online like people don't got TVs. I be telling you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these YouTubers. Check it out. So they saying, Suge, you are the main one that said that was your homeboy. So you not getting off with that. I ain't saying nothing. I hear he turned into a punk in jail. I heard Suge turned into a punk in jail. You heard those rumors too, right? All right. Obviously, Sugeknight is dead wrong for that. Nothing loyal or straight up about him. There you got it, y'all. So I told you, man. Yeah, this how it's playing out now. Like I said, all that talking online is cool. When you getting a check, it's cool when it's, getting views and clicks and likes. But they like, yo, you was doing all that talking before. Now you ain't talking. See? That's all of their exposure. You can't say that you ain't talking now. You've been talking. All right. So you pick and choose when you tell your stories? And you still going to assume when you were talking, law enforcement wasn't watching and listening. All right. And what else they forget? They forget these people got family. So we're going to keep it moving, y'all. Meaning the people are riding with Tupac. That is the people that are judging them. When I say the people, they do not want to accept that Biggie and Tupac has fans around the world, especially Tupac. So nobody's buying it. Everything they said online on YouTube was strictly for Black culture, mainly the people that grew up off the East Coast, West Coast beef. That's a small audience. A lot of them are dead. A lot of them on dialysis, and a lot of them got to take pain pills. That era is finished. They didn't convince the new generation. Meaning certain people didn't. All right. Let's go. So now you got it, y'all. People looking at Suge like, man, you looking suspect right now. For many things. They saying, look, you looking like you ain't Tupac best friend. You look like you're hiding something. And you also looking like you was just trying to capitalize online. All right. So, Suge, you got, I mean, let's go, man. Told you. When you open up old stuff, that's what happened. Also, this update on Serena Williams crashing out. I've been giving y'all updates on Serena Williams failing, losing, getting booed. People put on the fire alarms at a hotel. Serena Williams has been getting hazed and humiliated all year. So embarrassing. Tennis fans react as Canadian Open displays ads for weight loss. Guys, ever since Serena Williams made her the face, ever since she became the face of weight loss drugs, people look at a suspect as a hypocrite. They basically saying, how are you a healthy tennis player, but you're promoting DRUGSs? So a lot of people turned on her. Just like people turned on Lizzo when she lost weight. When Lizzo says she's a vegan, then say she's going back to eating ribs, her fans done with her. The reason why these celebrities are crashing out because their fans are turning on them. That's why I threw it at y'all. Jay-Z was fighting to keep the fans he has. Fans are jumping ship. Fans are getting other things. Fans don't care about stuff like that no more. And that's what it is. So I also broke it down to you on a low level, even when it comes to content creators. We are in a time now, you need to be more worried about your fans. And you can still be worried about who like you and clicks and views, but that's not going to help your forward progress. That's why I spoke about how Jay-Z understood it was very important for him to rebrand one good last time for the new generation, the old generation, you get it? To rebrand, to stay locked in with his original fan base. Jay-Z knows it ain't about him getting new fans. He knows if he drop a record, it ain't about him going multi-platinum. It's about him sustaining himself in this game and continuing to feed his fan base and audience, because one's fan base and audience is something you can't take from them. These were the things proven to y'all throughout the rap game. That's what the Tekashi was about. How even if he snitched, he still got his own fan base. Gunna, he's still gonna sell tickets. They have their own fan base. You can call it a cult following, whatever you meaning. To the people that love them, they can't do no wrong. But that's how your real fans supposed to be. So I tell you, we in a time now of real fans like back in the day. What's back in the day, y'all? If you had a concert, you better sell those tickets organically. If you perform at a club, you must prove you have real fans. Got it? When they put out a magazine, the Vibe, how they know you got real fans? When we put your face on the cover, that last January, we got our most magazine sales that January. That's how we know. It's your fans. How they knew back in the day? Record sales. Fans. Those are the real fans. Get it? We're in a time of selling merch. We're in a time, I tell you, real numbers. What sense does it make if I'm Jay-Z, I got his merch, but I can't prove my, you see what I'm saying? How am I going to reach my real fans with this merch? When I got people don't like me, people, whatever, I got to focus on my real fans. So that's what I've been doing on YouTube since 2024. Meaning, that is branding, idiots. I'm talking to the idiots. They don't understand branding. I say that because what Jay-Z did was a big rebranding. Also, Beyonce dropped the video on YouTube this week. I just ain't say nothing. So they have rebranded this year. And I'm saying that because a lot of them didn't rebrand. They kept living through their old legacies, not accepting these old legacies are very, very, very dirty. That's why you will see Snoop Dogg made sure since Pac died, if we had to count on our hands, how much positive stuff Snoop has done since then? Don't worry about if Snoop Dogg real. Don't worry about if he's fake. Don't worry about all that. The facts is, how much positive stuff did Snoop Dogg put himself in? This fool done did a gospel album. Because each step he took him further away from death row. A gospel album, a reggae album. Martha Stewart. Once he was with Martha Stewart, he was away from that death row legacy. You got it? Meaning, I'm coming out the dirt, that 1 foot in that dirt, I'm taking this big step to positivity. I'm going with Martha Stewart. And after a while, the other foot gonna be out that dirt all the way, that death row dirt. How you know that? Well, by the time he got up to doing them Olympics, Snoop Dogg, that meant he was clean. When he did the inauguration, I told y'all, that meant Snoop Dogg a new day. Snoop Dogg away from that death row stuff. Because he worked on it. See? He worked on it. Now you got to see. And now look how many years it took for Snoop to keep working and making music, doing this, doing that. But that was all, now looking like all that was getting away from death row legacy. So in the end, yeah, I was with death row. Yeah, whatever. But look how much stuff I did since then. Guys, you ain't thinking. Snoop Dogg can be like this. Yeah, I was with the row, but that was 4 years. Look how much stuff I did after 4 years. That was only 4 years of my life on that label. See? This is how it breaks down. See? That's my life. I was a teenager. I was young. That's 5. I was with the row 5 years, but since I left, 25 years, I did much stuff. I did Snoop coaching with the kids. So I told you, it's about that resume. So resume-wise, Snoop Dogg away from all that stuff. Suge was still living in that glory of death row. Just like, see, I'm going to tell y'all right now, really, Suge and Keefe D did the same exact thing. Meaning, they both were willing to live in the glory of the death row era, one way or another. They liked that glory of death row. So that's what that was. Okay. It's just what it is. They wanted to still live in that glory. But in reality, Suge did the same thing Keefe D did. Only difference is, Sugeknight is not accused of the stuff Keefe D was. But he did the same thing, come online and live in the glory of death row days. Y'all better get this clear. When they bring up death row days, this is how it works. All the dialogue, you in on it too. No disrespect, but it's the truth. When they come up to death row glory days, look what happens though. Big picture. They bringing up the stories again of Sam Snead drinking piss. How you think Sam Snead feel again? They start bringing back trauma. Many people got beat up in them studios. Many people went to jail. Many people died. Families got people in jail to this day. Families got people that was affiliated with death row that's dead. So when they come with their glory, they open up all the wounds with pride. Bring all that dark misery back with their pride. Because Suge in jail, he miserable. Everybody's going to be miserable. So I tell you, that's what it's about. Rehashing old wounds. Not letting people get peace. But him and Keefe D was indulging in that glory. They was loving it. You see? Now, when you want to talk about Reggie, Reggie was defending himself for the most. Meaning, a lot of stuff was smeared on Reggie. I looked at him as him and his homeboy, whatever they do, they was coming with their own facts. Not just trying to be glorified. You see what I'm saying? But Suge was into glorifying that whole shit. Yes, he was. Because he liked the image of the big tough guy. But now they saying the big tough guy Suge. What you mean you don't want to talk? You the main one was in the car. There you got it. His gangster's being tested. Hold up. Queen, the Empress. But I still want to sell us, hold up. And still want to sell us a dream like they work for guys and we looking at them do this. Should I be talking about, but we're not supposed to say we see them doing? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like this, man. My whole thing is this. This how real life go. When something is over, you let it go. That's why it's called rest in peace. Because the resting in peace is also for the people that love these people and the people that have important memories of them. They're hurt. If I got a homeboy that died, my best friend, and y'all keep bringing up my damn homeboy, God, I'm going to be pissed. Especially if y'all making money off him. I'm sorry. That's me. But this entertainment, don't get it twisted. But I'm just showing you, if Suge never would have, if he never would have came on that YouTube run for the past years, he wouldn't even be in this, on this level. And guess what? He would still be able to stick to his original statement. I told y'all what I said after it happened. His whole thing is, let the police do their job. I ain't no snitch. You should have just left it right where it, just kept it like that. The same energy. Don't never come online, no interviews, all the dialogue. I ain't doing none of that. I'm done with that. Now, if y'all want to talk about me, Suge, and my life and the stuff I'm doing, yeah. But that death row stuff, that stuff behind me. I ain't talking about that. I'm somewhere else. He didn't do that. This is what I want all the old entertainers to get. A lot of y'all are just like Suge. Y'all don't want to get it. Y'all from an era that don't exist no more. And every time y'all bring up y'all old stories, like y'all keep talking about Big L, y'all keep talking about these dead people that got family and people that love them, and y'all think it's no repercussions. That's my whole point. So I'm going to tell them all, keep it going. Now let's get into something positive. Now, y'all all can put claressashields on the scale. I was already watching her before she got with this rap stuff. She's a beast. I respected her fighting. Saw her in the Olympics. But since she been entertaining, I don't know. So my point is, now claressashields get to prove what it is. Because she's going to be fighting in Atlanta this weekend, y'all. In Atlanta. Got it? You know, so you know going to be there, y'all. Y'all know what's going down. Meaning, this is a major event, y'all. But the thing that's crazy, they didn't promote it like that. Meaning, if this was a fight I wanted to see, I didn't even know till the last minute. And I had to look up the fight this morning. What day is the actual fight? So if I did want to see it, you see what I'm saying? That's why I tell you. All these shenanigans, when it's positive stuff, we don't know nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Media. How is everybody online every day? This so-called woman, right? They talk black culture. This black woman is the top boxer, got to fight this weekend. Nobody talking about it. Nobody said nothing. And it's in Atlanta. Meaning, if we wanted to have some fun to go see claressashields fight, we wouldn't even know it's a damn fight. Because they always talking about other stuff. So, my point is, all the back and forth with Remy Ma, Papoose, all these different things, claressashields now get to put in her work in that ring. And my only thing with her is hopefully she was training as much as she was posting and having fun. That is my whole thing with her. And the only thing that's weird to me is crazy. I used to like Remy Ma until she came home to until she started messing with Papoose. I used to like claressashields until she started messing with Papoose. That's the crazy part about it. You see what I'm saying? Now, I hope this woman have been training. That's all I'm going to say. Because meaning, it's time to show and prove now, y'all. It's all on the scale. It's all on the scale. Meaning, y'all saw all the shenanigans all this time, the hype, the beefing, all these different things. Now it's time for her to prove that knuckle game. And if she knocks this person out, she will be crowned way at the top. She will be the new Floyd. Goddamn, she'll be the new Floyd. Period. And that's all I'm gonna say. Now she's fighting somebody that I don't think no chump. So claressashields attract high-profile rappers. That's the only thing that disturbs me with Claressa. That's it, man. Her affiliation with rappers. That is the only thing I don't like, y'all. I'll be honest with you. Because I want to be a serious boxer. But she got rappers coming out for her, and the rappers going to be there that night because they're going to be in Atlanta. You also know this going to bring that party into Atlanta. Atlanta going to be partying this weekend, y'all. Just know that. It's going down in Atlanta. Shout out to ATL. But I ain't going to lie, man. I think I want to put some money on this fight. August 15th, y'all. This Saturday is going down. It's going down. Now, that woman is from Australia. If you know about Australia, you'll know she a little tough. She's tough. That ain't her right there getting beat on, but that's her right here. This is who claressashields fighting. Y'all see them arms, bro? You see them arms? Nah, these chicks can knock dudes out. I ain't gonna lie. When I look at claressashields, that's all I think about, her knocking out Papoose. Papoose can't do nothing with her. Nothing at all. He can't raise his voice in the house. He can't do nothing to her. Nothing. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, those next videos I want to start seeing. I don't want to keep seeing people get beat up, y'all. I want to see women beating the crap out of men. That's the only lives I want to see now. Y'all know when people be fighting and jumping people. Only fights I want to see is reverse domestic violence. I want to see women beating the crap out of men that think they tough. Yeah. So you know this right here. Y'all, at least y'all know that. Y'all know claressashields will whip the hell out of Papoose, right? All right. Y'all also know Remy Ma don't want no smoke with her neither, right? All right. Y'all, we all know Remy will pull out a fire on her ass. But just know, just think in that house, Papoose didn't want to make her mad. None of that. Trust me on that. She closed that room door. She said, man. Bro, can you imagine getting a flurry of blows, body blows, hooks from a woman, bro? Damn, I think that shit hurt even more. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I think she'll beat the crap out of Papoose. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Because they going to be fighting, y'all. I want to see this fight. I just found out the date this morning, so tomorrow I'll come where it's going to be at. I want to see this fight. I ain't going to lie. I want to see it. So because she ain't no scrub. So they going to be fighting for real, y'all. And I've been noticing something. What? Man, a woman go harder than a man. That's me. I like women UFC. I like women tennis and women basketball now. That's the truth. Because they don't have nothing to lose. And one thing about these women, they ain't playing around, meaning they want to win, and they try to make the next person's face messed up. So they're going to fight for real. But it's going to be in Atlanta. Let's go. The two-time Olympic gold medalist will be accompanied on her ring walk by Latto, the Grammy Award-nominated rapper, YG, and Diamond the Body. Two other notable rappers will accompany two other fighters on their ring walks. So she coming out with the rappers. It's going to be a show in Atlanta, y'all. So either claressashields going to win big in Atlanta, which I'm hoping for, and I hope she don't get knocked out in Atlanta. I hope she win. According to what I think she going to win, but I don't know. Because you know why? I didn't do no research on that other female. I didn't get to see her talents yet. Because I just found out this morning, really. I just found out. I looked it up. Like, damn, they fighting? But her name is, if I'm not mistaken, her name is Kaya or K. Something like, I think it's K. Yeah. Let's go. Shields team is saving VIP seats for retired boxing star Floyd Mayweather Jr. Uh-oh. Floyd going to be in the front row, y'all. Uh-oh. I hope Floyd don't jinx you. Fellow retired boxing star Terrence Crawford and current boxing sensation Shakur Stevenson. And reserving VIP tickets for two more rappers, Kevin Gates and Shields' boyfriend, Papoose. They're going to be in the front row. Oh, man. Oh, man. They're going to be in Atlanta, y'all. It's going to be a show in Atlanta this weekend. Oh, man. All right. Everybody I said, claressashields will knock their ass out. Floyd, I think she'll beat the crap out of Floyd too, y'all. I think if she fought Floyd would spend the whole fight ducking and dodging, weaving. But you know it's hard to hit Floyd. But I think in reality, if Floyd go blow for blow with claressashields, I'm going to be honest, y'all, that's the new stuff I want to see. Being that people keep talking these controversies, in the WNBA, they saying it's people like Brittany Griner that play. I want to see the new wave of men competing against women. That's what I want to see. I now want to see women fight men if it's qualified. I don't want to see Floyd fight nobody but claressashields. Let that fight happen. That's what I want to see. I think claressashields will whip the crap out of Floyd. I think that whole fight, Floyd will be just ducking, weaving. That'll be his most duckingest fight ever because he will be actually ducking the embarrassment of getting knocked out by a female. But I think she could do it, y'all. I think that woman land too many of those on your face, you're done. This is what I think. Let's go. So you got it? Only thing I don't agree with is Kevin Gates in the front row and Papoose. I don't agree with that. You need champions in the front row. Other than that, y'all, it's going down. So now, especially for ladies, I know a lot of y'all have been keeping in tune with Claressa, Papoose, Remy on Instagram. But now, y'all, that is not her craft. That is not who she is. She now has to get into her real job, which is being a professional boxer. Also, this is called woman empowerment. She is also fighting to represent the true strength of women in 2026. To let the men know women ain't taking their crap no more, and there's women out here that will knock their ass out. This is the era of domestic violence does not exist unless you like it. All right? Because you don't got to take abuse from nobody. Claressa Shields is your proof of that. All right? You got it. The days of women getting abused is over with. You know those men's punk, you can knock their ass out now. They so frail, you can knock their ass out, man, don't matter. All right? And they can't fight. It's a different era now, all right? Women can fight, men can't. How I know that? It was women taking up Taebo classes. Woman was taking up UFC. Woman was getting trained here and there, a little something, something. Woman been going to that range. No, the men done turning to gamers and streamers. All right? So I'm saying that because all of that hype, now she has to prove it against her. Let's go. I told you, everybody is covering y'all culture. Oh, yeah, I'm also going to speak about what I spoke about before. It's a hot topic trending. Barbers are finally realizing they're not making no money for trying to charge the black community all that money for haircuts. I told those idiots they will all be out of jobs. Why? They actually banked on the black community. Thinking they're going to keep charging people in the hood $60 for cuts, $50. They thought that, y'all. But I retired from cutting hair 2018 as a barber. Y'all know I told you this, right? And I told you I stopped being a barber because I realized 2018, it was not no real money. It was just money for me to pay my bills and break even. And spend a little, it was no real money. So 2018, what I do, put my pride to the side. I said, enough of this barber shit. I'm going to lose everything trying to be a barber. And I got a job. People thought I was crazy. Damn, you ain't in the shop no more? Nope. Why? I don't lie. I don't perpetrate. I might got the best car parked outside that barber shop, but I ain't making the most money. So I got to do something else. That's me. So I'm working a job, not realizing the pandemic about to come. So when the pandemic came, I was an essential worker, and I watched the shop close. Then I go back later, y'all. The shop I used to work at was closed. But they had just opened up. So when I was working in the shop, it was like a new shop. It got clouded up. It was money coming through. But the pandemic closed it. And it only had a 3-year run. But part of it was because I left. But when I left, I was an essential worker, which means I had a job the whole pandemic. And I watched the barbershop struggle. So I left 2018 ahead of time, and I was in position when the pandemic hit. But if I would have stayed in that shop, man, I probably lost everything, y'all. I'd probably be struggling right now. This is just how it went down. So being I wasn't in the shop no more, I'm working a regular job. Now I had time. This what made me had time to start my YouTube channel. Meaning, I had time to say what I need to say and address what I wanted to address. But I've been watching YouTube since, I told you, since 2008. But I didn't have time to talk till 2021. This channel was created 2018 when I stopped cutting hair. But I didn't start the 2021 when I was situated at a decent, good job. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that because I've been knew the barbershops were crashing out. 8 years later, they're talking about how the shops are crashing. Ain't no money in the shop. No, idiots. Y'all were charging too much. And oh yeah, y'all want to talk about community work? This ain't bragging. I did back to school barbershop haircuts 2 years in a row. Let me tell you how they played me, y'all. This the game they played. I knew that back to school was the time to get the most money. But now I'm at this shop where they do free haircuts for back to school. Which means the back to school rush is the most money a barber gets the whole year, period. But every 2 years straight, I did back to school cuts for free. 30 heads. Strictly for the community, y'all. Then guess what happened after that? After a lot of them getting them free cuts, they ass don't come back. Why? They kids start growing out nappy tapers. This when NBA Youngboy and them winning. This when I start watching them following the rappers. This when they come to the shop want a rickross beard. This when they start wanting to look like NBA Youngboy. But what happened is I knew it was going to happen. They only was getting tapers. They started letting their hair get nappy because the barbers, and it was a big trick, y'all. The barbers promoting the naps. Why? The sponge. Charge you extra for the sponge job. But they stupid ass say no. One day, that sponge job, they going to grow their hair in the dreads. When they grow in the dreads, they ain't getting no more haircuts, asshole. But y'all, they were trying to be greedy in the black community. They only was with the dreads and the sponge because they was able to make more money off that. But meanwhile, y'all know a goddamn haircut is a haircut. A haircut is a haircut. So me, I said, I can't charge people 30. That ain't me. That ain't me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a real barber. I don't care what you're talking about. Fade, meaning, and I'm not charging no kid the same as an adult. That ain't gonna happen. I ain't petty like that. I'm not charging no female with no kids, no goddamn twin. I ain't doing that. I let them do it, y'all. And I knew their greed was gonna sink all their ass. And that's what happened, y'all. So I'm still a barber by trade, but I can get back into that so I said I'm gonna wait till regular haircuts come back out. Because I knew, right? When they were growing their hair out, see, look, every rapper was wearing their hair nappy. The kids follow what they see. Every rapper had nappy hair dreads. So I knew that was going to crash the shops. Why? Barbershops boom when everybody get fresh cuts. That's the era we from. Cuts, parts, designs, clean, fresh. You see what I'm saying? That's when the barbershops be jugging. Everybody getting fresh. Now, what kept the barbershops going is the people that work jobs that must be fresh. They got to get shaved up. But see, once the hood, the community, got on a nappy wave, they were wearing their hair nappy 10 years straight. Nappy, nappy, nappy. Dirty, dirty. They started growing their dreads because the rappers did. That made the shops dry up, but the shops couldn't see it. They were being greedy. They didn't know that them brothers with those nappy rickross beards wasn't going to be able to afford to get it cut no more. You got it? So that's what happened, y'all. Greed. Now, let me get back into this. They were setting the trends. So the word is everybody catching up. What they talking about? No, how many times I told y'all this year, the community crashing. Now, the barbers complaining they ain't making no money. The hairdressers complaining they ain't making no money. Why? They both banked on the black community. Your community became predators, y'all. The barbers talking about they gonna charge $60 for your youth, for your people. Chicks doing hair charging $500 plus, no mercy. Where the love at, y'all? Where the love at? Ain't no love. So their greed is why they broke. Everybody was out to pillage the community. The working people, you the targets, and there was no mercy. They knew what? The working people, the ones that pay to get their hair done and get the braids. The poor people don't pay for nothing. So the people that don't work sit home all day, gonna sit and bank on everybody that work. And when the people that work want to purchase, tax their ass. Never thinking about clientele being fair so people come back. They were out for no mercy. Now they ass broke. Yeah, I want y'all to get it. Because I'm going to tell y'all something else y'all didn't get. Everything became oversaturated because of online. Do you know part of Sexy Red gimmick was she used to do hair? Yeah, I used to make $1,000 a week before I was a rapper with no proof of that. But that story inspired every young lady to want to do hair. I do eyelashes, I do this. No, I came up with a way where I don't got to work. I came with a way where I can scroll all day, hit like buttons, go live, and don't got to work. It's called doing hair, all right? Kitchen beautician. So now when I told you all that shit over with, now they all crying, now they all going broke. Everybody's going down the toilet bowl, y'all. Oh, I said all that because on YouTube, you'll catch some of this stuff. When I told you, after 2024, separation, it has went into this thing called black failure. And I told you, everybody is pointing out their flaws, exposing them on camera, their behavior. So, one of the things that have been plaguing our community is what? People doing DoorDash, stealing the food, lying, saying they didn't get the food. But what happened? Which I don't get. By all those people lying about getting their food, they were getting people fired. So, it's a lot of movements going on. It's movements going on to expose people that have been stealing the food. So you know what's been happening? People have been stealing food off door. You know, you deliver the food, y'all, they say, I ain't get it. Lying. They showing people going back. Excuse me, man. You say you didn't get the food. I gave it to you. Well, can you say, meanwhile, there's one girl going off in the office. Why? They got the food, say they didn't get it, but she got fired, And she like, I got kids. It's the only job I got. I'm gonna tear this whole office up. But look, this is how it's going down. It's also showing that a lot of people need that DoorDash Lyft. They need it. Like on some real talk. Meaning they can't survive without it. Now, like I said, nothing wrong if you're doing it, y'all, but I'm trying to tell you. This woman was crying to fight for her life, ready to get locked up over that job. You got a job, I don't got my job. But in reality, y'all, it's a hustle, it ain't a job. But what we're talking about is they were literally exposing all the black people that been stealing food and lying, catching them at the goddamn job. This chick at the job ordering coffee, come back. You talking about you ain't get it? Coffee right there. Got her. Go back to this chick house. What you mean you didn't get the order? I gave it to you. Catch all these black people stealing food. But y'all, they also show other races. Don't get it twisted. All other races. But man, it's two things in the story. It's showing the people that's going so low to steal the food, and it's showing the people that really, really, really need the job, called DoorDash and Uber Eats. Now, all of this behavior, I'm telling y'all, is being documented. Y'all are the biggest, best entertainment on the planet. Everybody is watching y'all fall on y'all face because you had a big mouth, y'all. This was happening. So, a lot of y'all also didn't get. Y'all had the loudest mouth online, the most movements, the most things to say, the most joking, Black Twitter, laughing at people, feeling yourself. Meanwhile, now it's all reversed. These same apps y'all used and loved are the same apps people are watching y'all fall on y'all face and making content off y'all failure. These videos are to show how desperate y'all are for these devices. This is what I meant. Y'all whole world is based on devices now. Whether it's Lyft, DoorDash, Uber Eats, YouTube, and they showing you that when you ain't got this app no more, you finished. So this woman was damn near willing to get locked up saying, you made me lose my job. Y'all still got your job. I just need somebody to come and admit that y'all got the food. I just need somebody. They said, man, we're going to take care of it. Please come back later. I ain't coming. I'm like, yo, lady, have some integrity, some pride. Woman, act like this ain't your only job. Please stop. But that's what's being shown, y'all. People have built channels. I've been showing you this for months. Built channels based on showing their failure and their savage behavior, their ignorance, and how they actually need certain things to sustain themselves. And this is all part of it. 3 years ago, it's on members only. I've been told them about young Pharaoh finesse their community. Now they starting to get it. Told you, fans, the joke's always on you. You late. Young Pharaoh needs immediate help. No, he don't. That's who he is. Can y'all please stop y'all whack-ass topics? Everybody don't need help. Everybody ain't getting help. Some things are what they are. This who he always was to me. You got tricked by the gold chains. This who he always was. Didn't I tell him already, y'all? Bingo. The freaks come out at night, so it's on the wall. What did I say? If they don't be freaks, clowns, or zesty, they ain't getting no money. They ain't gonna be nothing. I ran from young Pharaoh, especially when he started talking about politics. A convicted felon online talking about politics. But what y'all better get is this. This out of love, y'all. I keep telling y'all, this is the big rumor, the narrative. This is why I kept telling family, it's not about race. Any disrespect towards you, period, it's going to be because you considered a freak and a weirdo. A freak, a weirdo, and evil, wicked, not to be trusted, scammer. That is y'all narrative of the new world. Got it? That is y'all new narrative of the new world. We can't be racist. It's many races here. People came in from all the other countries. You don't understand the concept of the rainbow. That's all nationalities, all cultures, all flags in one. America is based on many, many nations. And when they work together, it's like a beautiful rainbow from east to west. But you don't understand that because you're freaky. And that's why for you, the rainbow don't mean diversity. It means something else for y'all. You in the world by yourself because you made it like that. And what I'm trying to tell you is the world view on you. Meaning, when 20 million people plus came here, you were supposed to be in your best behavior, shining, leading by example. Why? You from this country, right? You always talking about your ancestors, what they built here, right? You always talking about your prideful organizations that are so great. You've been here, right? Well, why y'all didn't act like it after 2020? After 2020, we don't have a lot of proof online of y'all being intelligent beings. We don't have a lot of proof. But we do have a lot of proof. Y'all are freaks and weirdos and pickleheads. That was the narrative set on y'all after 2021. It picked up with this guy named Diddy. I told you, Diddy, from beyond that landmark, started the grand humiliation. And I also spoke about being that y'all are in your own world and listen to your own people. You don't know the world view on what's being said about you behind your back and in your face because you're asleep. That's why I had to go into a negative character so y'all will understand. This is something different we at now. If you from here, it's time for you to stand up and shine. But I told y'all this 2024 after the elections. When I said it's a separation, if you don't want to be in a certain category, it is your time to step up and shine. Which means you from this soil. You come from something. Some of y'all come from homeowners, landowners, highly educated people. You somebody. But you were cool with keep being a nobody and trash. So I said, if you want any pride and dignity in the end, you better separate yourself from that nonsense and you better step up for you and your, this is the last of your generation of respect. What's your family last name? Okay. Your family, what's your people from that city? Y'all the Petersons? This your last time to make your family look good and fix it all. Because if you don't, that's what I was trying to tell y'all, guys. Not hate. I had to give y'all a clear separation. When I went into the whole Black American, Black folk thing, it's layers. You see, it's many layers to it. I had to put it in those terms because people only understand race. So I had to go into this whole spill of, yeah, just because everybody got the same complexion, everybody's not the same. We have to make separations now. Because too many idiots done infiltrated that name and became the face of that name. See? So you want to talk race. If you want to talk black, the number one thing blacks were always great at was entertainment. Or I'll say having talent, smarts, humble, hard workers, which means no slouches, not lazy, get the job done. Builders, they builders, they construct, they get shit done. That's who they were. Now, this era, they everything opposite. Lazy. What lazy means? Sitting online all day. Clowns. What's that? 24/7 shenanigans. Ignorance. What's that? Open up their mouth, no intelligence come out, no light. 24/7. Indulging in darkness, 24/7, no light. This is who they are now. They are opposite of their elders that only wanted to be equal in their land like everybody else. This is what I went into all that. They just wanted to be equal like everybody else. That's what the civil rights was about. Now you're watching a result of the civil rights era, meaning civil rights also mean doing what's right. Revolution, fight. So now you're able to see this, it was a side of civil rights, do the right thing, a side of revolution, fight. But in the end, people wind up fighting themselves and they knock themselves out. But everybody that did things right are still in order with respect, pride, and dignity. That's why a lot of y'all have a good life to this day. And that's why I bring it to you, the real. The people that are failing are supposed to fail now. Everybody have to get the life they live back, full reciprocated. So when you play and you think it's a joke, in the end, you're going to be the joke. And that's what happened, y'all. Everybody you looked up to had to get embarrassed some kind of way. So you'll get the message, but you didn't get it. We can go through a list of everybody they looked up to. Somehow they're clowns now. Which means y'all became a generation of clowns because you looked up to clowns and praised clowns and were proud of clowns. But the good people to respect, you turned your back on them. So this is what happened to separation. I had to go through all that because everybody's covering this. And I want all y'all to know, other so-called races and nationality, they know the difference on who's who, y'all. They do. I'll give you an example. When I go to the gas station, okay, whether they from India, wherever they from. Good morning, my brother. They call me brother. See what I'm saying? But I see other people, they don't treat them like that. What's up, brother? They call me brother. Or, you know what I'm saying? I tell you this, y'all. When you learn to communicate and talk to people, you will start seeing people respect you as an individual. But this same store, I see them curse a man out for acting like a damn fool in the store. Get the hell out of my store. And call him the N-word right in front of me. I said, damn. But that dude was in there embarrassing himself. He was acting a goddamn fool. Get out my store. But me, good morning, my brother. That's how life works, y'all. Grow up. Grow up. That's why I kept telling you, ain't no we. Y'all want respect? You better get your own respect now. Ain't no we. How you gonna keep saying we when this, the majority of y'all, this is we right here. We don't do shit. And I'm saying that, y'all, because now everybody is judging y'all. And you ain't gonna escape it. When I saw the numbers on these videos of everybody, people make videos strictly on black failure now, y'all. That's it. How they failing at this. Oh, today we're going to talk about all the black barbershops ain't getting no money. Today, we talking about, you know what I'm saying? No, but they ain't talking about nothing. All they're doing is showing the film. Today, we're going to be looking at all the people that stole DoorDash. So this video is based on people stealing DoorDash and people going back to question their ass, and they were showing all the blacks stealing food. And what made it bad is you can have a black person steal food and get another black person fired. They got 3 kids. That's her. Need the goddamn job. Why? Like the woman break it down. DoorDash and Uber Eats is a job where mothers can actually bring their children with them and get money without paying for a babysitter. But when you are a struggling woman, let me put race on it. You a struggling black woman, you got 3 kids, and you got idiots stealing the order to get you fired. Make you lose everything for some goddamn food. They so poor, they got to steal food, y'all. But they've been doing that. That's why I've been stopped dealing with DoorDash. I've been doing Uber Eats. I only had a situation with my food like one time in a year, a year and a half. DoorDash, oh, nah, they were stealing food on purpose, y'all. On purpose. Poor ass. That, you want to know how I started out slinking on blacks? You want to know how I started out slinking on, I told you, I know their whole card, y'all. I am the hood. You know how I started out slinking them for stealing my food? Man, before I start ordering shit I know they don't eat. Yeah, start ordering that salad and all that other shit they don't eat. Guys, I order that Chinese food, them Negroes stole that food. You better know it. I know what they steal. So you got to get the stuff they don't eat. They ain't going to steal it. That's what my DoorDash people. Yeah, all the stuff they don't eat. Get some extra hot sauce on or something. They don't touch that. Chinese food, they broke in that car hungry. No, they were using that goddamn food to feed their kids, stealing it, y'all. Acting like they going to do Uber Eats. Acting like they going to do DoorDash. Get a couple orders, go back home, y'all. And they were using people's name, trading names. A female got a bum-ass boyfriend pop at the crib. He used, no. That's why y'all exposed, y'all. Everywhere y'all go, y'all ruin stuff. And the people that work hard always got to pay for the dirty ones. So now it's reversed. The good people, I told you all, you will have a beautiful life because the dirty people had to get put in that damn trash. The communities couldn't flourish. America could not flourish. So all the trash had to get put out there. It was called drain the swamp, but you ain't know what drain the swamp really meant. It meant all the dirt getting filtered out. That's what happened. It already happened already. It's going to keep happening. And I told y'all, September, a lot of y'all better pray it's not another shutdown. A couple more weeks. Already did the special, gave you y'all warning. Come on, say, y'all can play online all day. A lot of y'all. But you better get on your knees and you better pray. They don't do another cut this September. You better pray. Telling all y'all straight to y'all face. So everybody's banking on this one money, that one money. Ain't nobody money guaranteed. Understand that. Because even people that do DoorDash and Lyft losing their job, y'all. Yup. OnlyFans, all that stuff. OnlyFans cleaned up now. You can't do nothing explicit. You can't do none of that sexual explicit stuff on OnlyFans. All them apps got cleaned up, y'all. So what's happening is the hood was banking on all these devices. Now, peep reality, y'all. How your whole community gonna live where they're all banked on applications on a phone to survive? Meaning, if they can't access these apps, they can't provide for themselves and their families. You can't live like that your whole life, y'all. I've been seeing a series of YouTubers going broke. Content creators losing their mind. Why? A lot of content creators that were big, they lost their monetization. Guys, if you big and you lose your monetization, that will put you into a deep, dark depression. Yes, it will. It will hurt you. Meaning, the bigger you are, the more it's going to hurt when you lose that goddamn channel. When you lose that money, the bigger you are, it's going to hurt. So that's what's happening to a lot of people, though. Yeah. People losing their mind because they homeless. They was big. Oh, what else I saw? I'm seeing stories because I tell you all the failure. This one lady, this one girl she talked about how she met a content creator, went to his house. It was like 10 of them living in one house. She talked about she said she went to their house. They had Gucci bags, like all the stuff they front with online, whole tiny in one house. Why? Y'all don't get. They also put a lot of homeless and poor people in social media contracts and put their ass to work. Which means it's a lot of content creators that were homeless and people gave them jobs to work online. See? When I got 5 homeless people working in my house online, I'm keeping all the goddamn money. That's what was happening. But what happened is, them people that took you off the street and put some money in your pocket, turn you into a content creator, when they cut you off, your ass back homeless again. Now, you can't come back up. Nah, that's what's happening, y'all. So I say that because CLARESSA and Blueface was also used to inspire a lot of couples that sit home all day and don't do shit. But the difference between CLARESSA and Blueface and a lot of y'all at home, they in contracts and they get money for their shenanigans. You ain't gonna get no money. So I'm saying all that because a lot of people in the community have become Blueface and CLARESSA, thinking they were going to get rich on these apps, but now it's all backfiring now, y'all. Young Pharaoh is part of it to show you that a lot of people have lost their mind, or the people you looked up to was never nobody to look up to. So now let's look at Young Pharaoh. He told you he was a convicted felon. He told you he's from Buffalo. But what proof did you ever have he was somebody to look up to? When did you ever know Buffalo for being a conscious place to have a lot of knowledge, information, and leaders? When did you ever know that? So you looked up to Young Pharaoh. You got your result. Hopefully, a little bit of Young Pharaoh ain't in you. See how it's designed for you to be weird, sir? You're going to have a little bit of R. Kelly up in you. You're going to be a little Young Pharaoh. You're going to be a little Diddy. All these different things inside your body. That's who you are. So don't keep saying men are weird. No, it is men weird. But the problem is, men were looking up to other men that were weird. Men looking up to this man, and no men wanted to be men and step out the box. So for me stepping out the box, I became a bad guy, but I'm cool with that because I ain't considered no freak and a weirdo. That's them. All right? So now you got it. This is hip-hop culture now. Urban, whatever word you want to use today. This is y'all culture. Keep telling you that. You see Young Pharaoh? Yesterday we spoke about Max B fresh out of penitentiary, right? This is y'all culture now. What is wrong with you? All right? So I'm saying all of that. When people judge you now, it is not based on no race. Now let me show you Angel Reese. Another person that's created hype. But I'll leave it at that. Do you know Angel Reese played over the weekend? Guess how many points she dropped? She scored 1 basket out of 12 shots. 7 points. A lot of that came from free throws. I told you, Angel Reese is nothing but manufactured hype online. It's for a reason. When you know who the WNBA tied in with, the NBA, you'll know why they made her the face. My people that know basketball, you'll see as soon as Angel Reese came to the WNBA, all of a sudden, all these race conversations, when black women have dominated the WNBA since the 90s, all of it, and white women too, they've been playing, minding their business, balling, winning. Soon as Angel Reese come, all this race talk. When you gonna learn your country been divided? When you gonna learn that people that been screaming out the most ain't you? They are not you, but they the main ones that cause division and make people don't like you. It's certain people that claim your hood. It's people that claim your complexion, y'all. It's the reason why people don't like you. Got it? When you got Angel Reese doing all this stuff, that's why they don't like your ass. Because they tired of her crap and y'all won't say nothing. That what? Man, this woman do all this stuff and can't play ball like that. Which means she has another agenda. 1 of 12. 1 of 12. Anybody could do that in a game. Anybody. But see, they know, right? This is what Angel Reese and them know. They be on social media. Them women don't watch no damn basketball. What's she known for online? Showing that goddamn body. Showing that body. Showing that body. The new form of influencers is showing that body. Therefore, got nothing to do with talent. She ain't even proven. She ain't no goddamn Lisa Leslie. She ain't no goddamn Angel Wilson. But Angel Reese, her job in the WNBA is to take the light shot and attention of Angel Wilson. I told you already. Angel Wilson is the real beast. Angel Wilson really play ball. Angel Wilson is a star. Somehow Angel Reese get all the camera, media. But look at her play. 1 of 12. 1 basket out of 12 attempts. Tall as hell, and she missed all of them under the basket. No 3-point shots. There you have it. Meaning, when I say stuff, it ain't no hate. Her job is working online. It ain't basketball like that. Basketball makes her a so-called celebrity. Even though the WNBA, they was only getting $20,000 a year. No, excuse me, $200,000. Some of them only was getting $75,000 a year. $80,000, that's it. So let's go. Told you this y'all generation right here, guys. I just didn't show you that yesterday. You see this? This is who y'all are now. Light in the ass. Do you see that young man getting turned to an upside down Jordan logo? Yeah, he was a Jordan logo, but it's upside down. That's right. This represent y'all light in y'all ass. I was going to show you this yesterday. See that? This why y'all not men, y'all. No man supposed to let another grown man pick him up. Let's go from yesterday when y'all talk that gangster talk. First thing first, if you can't fight, you ain't a gangster. Get that right first. Gangster life is not to be glorified. It is a cornball lifestyle now. But it's levels of being a gangster, fool. First, you got to be able to fight, then stab, then shoot. When you getting picked up like a child, you're not a gangster. I don't care if you go get 2 machine guns after that. You a punk. All right? Men don't let other men lift them in the air like that in front of the club, in front of all the women watching. Meanwhile, y'all, he turned him into a damn baby. Slammed him dead on his goddamn head. See that? Bow. Trashed his ass at the club. Told you, that nappy hair means something. That nappy hair means you're an idiot. Everybody you see with idiot behavior, they shall have a nappy ass head. Slammed him on his head. Bingo. Because they can't fight y'all. They punks. This also means they can't defend their households and women. Huh? Because without the firearm, y'all, they a punk. With the firearm, they triple punks. He turned that boy into an upside-down Jordan logo. He was acting tough. The bouncer asked him to leave nicely. He didn't want to listen. Picked his ass up like a goddamn 5-year-old. You gonna get out this club, fool. Bow! Get your ass out of here. Now, what I didn't tell y'all yesterday about the commercial, some of y'all probably saw it again. This is an AI video, y'all. When I was breaking down to y'all, they put these videos on black content. Not only is it low level, to prove you it's low level, it's AI. AI videos are cheap videos. Why? It don't cost me a lot to make it for my company. So this is the trolling they putting on black channels. He said, I told you yesterday, right? I just didn't tell you yesterday, this is an AI character, which means somebody made this up. When I told you, the commercial is based on that these men are so sorry they can't please their woman. Their meat don't work. Now understand what I'm trying to get to you. You don't know who made this video. This is what I meant by, guys, racism now is different. And I said, when I see racism, I'll show it to you. Now, say this company is owned by a different race, but we trying to sell this pill to black people. So we're going to make a character. Make a black character real quick. This is the one we make. See that? Make a black character. Make him look like that. Now, the commercial, he says, I went into the bathroom. My wife was crying because my D don't work no more. The commercial, he says it. His wife was crying. Do you know what it means for your wife to cry because you can't get hard? That's something. That's humiliating. Meaning, y'all, we know about bros. He said his wife was crying because he couldn't get up. I can't please my wife. It's in a commercial, but I wanted y'all to get somebody programmed that, created this character, put it in it. It's on black content, but it's no telling the people behind the company black. That's why I said this is the new trolling. This is really racism. Yes. Yes. This is an AI character that's not even real, which means somebody created the character and made the storyline. Now you think about what if somebody Asian made this ad? Somebody Indian made this. You get it? That's how it worked now. This is what I was telling y'all. This is the joke. All right. And these commercials right like this don't pay like that. All right, y'all. Let's go. Top of the top. Everybody pulling up. What's up, y'all? Shout out to the chat. We moving ahead. We moving. So I went into all of that is that if you're a person that likes to know the truth or you want to, when I say the truth, I'm just talking about really actually know what's in and out. Really just know. You got to make sure you on your game. And we're going to go through this. They went so low, they made up a lie and said that Jay-Z completed his album. Complete. The lie was so bad, even Jay-Z and Rock Nation had to address the lies. Jay-Z album is done, but there's one thing holding up its release. Now, a YouTuber by the name of Ray, whatever, he was an industry guy, and he the one that spread that rumor. But fake news. Told them all, fake news. They actually think people don't know real news from fake news no more. But that's part of their demise. Everything on YouTube that's not authentic is going to crash. You can keep going live. That bank is not going up. A lot of y'all have lost your credibility whether you know it or not. You have been playing on people's IQ. But the people with high level IQs, you ain't going to get a penny from them. And they don't believe you. I'm saying all that because when y'all go live, just know you are talking to yourself. Fake news. Do y'all now get when I said, in this culture, you are allowed to lie? Meaning, you can tell a lie, monetize it, and get paid that whole day off that lie when you need views. Fake news. Because Ray Daniels, whatever his name is, Ray Daniels, is a YouTuber for the industry, but he also is my proof when I say Jay-Z got people that work for him. They try to spit into something else. When I say Jay-Z got people that work for him, that means whether he asks them or not. Jay-Z is a guy they actually do charity work for. They do charity work. They do work he don't even ask for, but they work for him. Meaning, not for nobody else. Everybody else don't get the same treatment. They work for him. So I guess Ray Daniels called himself doing something nice for Jay. He puts out a rumor, the album is done, but it's not. This man probably even going to damn booth. Now, all you got to do is go back a couple weeks ago, July 10th, when Jay-Z performed at Yankee Stadium. You're going to see these same characters The reason why this shit was flooded, because Jay-Z took over this internet. That's what I kept telling you. This internet, especially YouTube, is already majority Jay-Z influenced. Period. It has always been like that. But after 2024, when the Diddy trial came in, it got even thicker. And I kept telling you, this is the world and bubble y'all been in. Your news and media is selected, controlled, and on top of that is fake and bogus. Majority of the time. Majority of the time. And this is when I went into the whole spill. You kept talking about the white man lying. I said, guys, your own people been lying to your ass so heavy these past years. They told so much lies, they done put Christopher Columbus to shame. All right? Straight up. That's how far I went. Their tongue is used for nothing but blasphemy, y'all. That's it. Nothing real. Rock Nation shuts down rumors of new Jay-Z album. Once again, get the big picture, y'all. See, as a person on YouTube, this is what affects YouTube. YouTube is already not respected, looked at as a low-level, janky-ass platform that y'all ruined. Then when y'all keep lying, you make it lose more credibility. This is why people like me, I already told y'all, when I watch content, for real, I look for other people that ain't got nothing to do with rap. And I enjoy the content because they don't have a dog in the fight. This is why I told you I don't watch hip-hop content. I watch anything that's not. I told my content creators, keep going. Don't get tricked with numbers. When I watch you, it ain't based on your numbers. I watch you based on what you're talking about and how you stick to the topic. And if you're giving your real, honest opinion. But when I know you connected with people, I'm not going to get neither the three. So I'm not watching you. I know you're down with, strike one. You ain't going to give an honest opinion, strike two. Got it? And I ain't got to get into the last one. So I told you guys the number game was to discourage the people that got something to say. And they play the industry game. You working on your magazine. Every day you drop your magazine. They got more money than you. So every day they drop 20 magazines. But don't make it real. Don't make it the truth. They drop the 20 magazines so the people won't know your magazine might be the best one. And that's their job. That was the purpose of the numbers game, y'all. But what did I tell my people from day one? I said, guys, if you're really looking for truth, the most truth be in the videos without a lot of views. And I always tell y'all that. That's been my way of watching YouTube since goddamn 2008. That's always my formula. Because I know the industry. People that are not in the industry give honest opinions. Even if it's biased. That's why I don't watch industry people. Because they're corny. All right? That's why industry people only can talk about the past. Or if it's something current, they can't keep up with what's current. Industry people can't keep up with what's current. All right? Told you they all exposed on here, y'all. Then a lot of them are industry, but try to act like they not. When you're in the industry, you cannot be 100% honest, period, because of relationships and family members and narratives and agendas. You can't be honest. So I don't watch them. It's boring, waste of time. Got it? So I'll tell my people, keep doing your content, y'all. And don't be deceived. When Jay-Z really want to know what's popping, he gonna watch people like me, not nobody he control. If he watch somebody he control work for him, he ain't getting nothing out of that. I already know you ain't gonna say nothing bad about me. You ain't gonna critique me no kind of way. But see, if Jay-Z want to maintain his greatness, he gotta listen to people that's not industry. Because that's called the real opinions. He knows this. They all know that. It's a game being played. You gonna listen to who they say you listen to, and they gonna listen to who really matters and counts. That's how it work. All right? One day y'all learn, but it's too late. They tried to pull a card so quick. Ray Daniels is a YouTuber. Congratulations, you just lost your credibility. Even though I think they said you from Atlanta, you an industry guy. Pack it up. All right? The grand exposure is this. I'm going to let all y'all know. You all embarrassing yourself. Anybody on YouTube with a platform with more than one person that is splitting money, they ain't doing as good as they think they are. What if I told you YouTube is not really set up to split money with people? Why? YouTube got to get their cut off the rip. That's why the people that have all these get all these people on their platform, they the ones got to stir up controversy, make up topics because they don't have no topics. And they're not getting paid. Why would I sit on a platform with this guy when I can start my own and get the same money? No, because they play industry games. You take one industry guy and he needs two other people with him for conversation. He needs them. See, they want credit, but none of them prove to me that they can do this by themselves still. That's why I say they got to play industry games. See, when you can run a channel by yourself and get all the money, then you're doing something. But see, y'all need help, studios, mics, and that's why you're all boring and corny. Newsflash, I don't watch nobody sitting on couches unless they talking real talk. When I watch interviews, it's only a few people I watch. The rest of y'all look like knockoffs. I don't watch y'all, period. So I'm saying all that just to encourage y'all. No matter how hype you feel, keep it going. But y'all all lost credibility, all right? A lot of y'all want to be StreamYarders. A lot of y'all want to do StreamYard. You are embarrassing, all right? Just know that. Because now what's happening is everybody is self-destructing. Sugeknight, how many platforms on YouTube he jumped on? Let me show you why YouTube loses credibility. Let me show you why y'all platforms are low level. Why? Sugeknight will play on these platforms with interviews. Come on this platform talking. Come on that platform talking. Playing around. Come on that platform talking. Collecting that money. Oh, it's some hype. It's cool. It's fun. Suge talking again. Now, when it's time for Suge to talk in that court, he don't want to talk no more. So, he has played himself. In actuality, you know what happened? Sugeknight collected that money. He played online. You know what I call playing online? Online, talk about not too much, just having some fun, bullshitting around. That's what he did. Came online to entertain. Now it's time for the real deal. Suge talking about, they better not call me. They don't want me to come. Sounds good, Suge. The rest of the world want to know, why the hell you the only witness in the car with Pop? Now you don't want to talk. But you just finished talking to all these platforms, giving interviews. Bingo. Let's go. This dude says, leave me out of it. Sugeknight issues a chilling threat from prison. This dude says, leave me out of it. Dude, you a witness. You literally are the only living witness from that car. And you are going to say, leave you out of it, please. Here you go, Suge. You see that shit say hot topic, goddammit. A hot comment. Told you, man, and that is not Instagram. That is not X. Didn't I tell you wherever they don't control, this is what they say about them? So you can trick the blacks with that. You can keep talking to those drunk-ass old-head hip-hoppers. The new generation, young generation, people around the world, people that cover this, they want to know, Suge, what you going to do, Suge? What you going to do? You been talking. Why you ain't talking now, Suge? So now, Suge, being that you been talking, now you saying this, now they saying you might have been the one that set this up. Told you, it's going to go a lot of ways. People want to blame this one, that one, this one, that one. Hey, keep it going. Suge the one that sat on all these platforms from jail. Now he giving threats saying, they better not call me to talk. Hear what they said about you, Suge. Exactly. He is playing chess. He is hoping they offer him a deal to cooperate. Here go what Suge said exactly out his mouth. Suge said, they make me come there against my will. If KVD's lawyer bring me there, it don't look good for him. If the prosecutors bring me there, it don't look good for them, Knight said. Leave me out of it. Even though their names is on that list, he said, leave me out of it. There you have it, y'all. This is what I meant. It ain't about what we think. It ain't about what I think. It's about what the people think. Meaning, sure, your legacy on the line. Are you going to go out as this gangster guy? Well, if you go out as a gangster guy, just know people going to assume you did it. You set it up. Something like that. You ain't going to be no hero. Because this is your time to be the hero, Suge. And you'll get out of jail early. Maybe. So there you got it, y'all. It ain't over yet. They've been saying some horrific things about Suge. I just ain't post everything. I think he had Tupac unalived. That's what I mean, y'all. If Suge wanted this behind him, he should have left it behind. You cannot start giving interviews from 2022 to now. Now you don't want to talk. See that? And not the fact you don't want to talk. You being extra dramatic. See, you giving threats. Hold on, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because just because I got to go don't mean I'm a snitch. Don't mean I'm a tell. You act like you fighting to go. Uh-oh. Sure. People think you got Pac unalive, sir. I'm going to say it. Nothing I say is a fact. I'm going to tell you, hey, this case over. About to be over, right? I heard allegations too. I heard allegations and studies. I will tell you something else, show they say about you. Some people assume you use Tupac as a shield. Which means you ain't had nothing to do with it. You ain't get Pac taken out. But it's also a rumor they were coming to take you out. And by you holding Pac, you made it worse on Pac. They say that too about you, sir. Got it? When you tell the story about you grab Pac, word, he tried to use Pac for a shield. He took most of your bullets. You got it, Suge. So I be trying to tell you, sir. Just because you don't see it on YouTube don't mean it ain't being said. Don't mean it ain't out there like that. So when you keep being quiet and playing these games, there you got it. Some people assume Tupac might have lived, but you the one that used him as a shield. So that's why people say this stuff. I think he had him taken out. Honestly, his life stinks. He goes from riding the wave of stardom and trend setting. Suge was the man. To living life in jail. But don't forget, y'all, you must remember this. Y'all better get this right. This is the funniest shit all the time. In this culture, they literally believe jail is an accomplishment, y'all. In their culture, my family, they actually respect jail more than college. They praise Negroes when they get out of jail and not get out of college with a degree. I told y'all, this is a sick culture. They love jail. They love jail stories. They love jail characters. They love prison. And then they want to complain why their life sucks. If they spent more time worried about being free and living life, maybe they won't keep getting followed by police and knocked upside their head and going to jail. Because they love jail. They just don't know it. And they don't know society is set up where they always going to go where they love. But it's my thing. They literally been praising Suge as a hero all these years when he never been a damn hero. He never been a hero. Never been a hero. But all of these things was to show how they didn't advance after 2020s. It also showed they didn't want to grow up and wake up and change their ways. They are a culture where they literally look up to penitentiary and prison, even though the shit represent failure. That's why you'll see out of everybody that's been to prison, everybody that's coming home, they don't be sincere about going against that prison system. They don't be sincere about telling them the truth about, yo, man, that shit ain't to look up to, man. That shit, this is that. They ain't going to tell you about when their ass was crying. They ain't going to tell you when their ass was on meds. They ain't going to tell you when they were jacking off so much, they got them, they skin start coming off. They ain't going to tell you about all the stuff they do. When they get their ass whipped in jail, they get knocked out, they run a PC. When they say, CO, they ain't going to tell you all that. They ain't going to tell you all that. See what I'm saying? But they want to keep praising jail like it's something great. Penitentiary. No, penitentiary mean fail. Graduation mean winning, right? It's school. When you got put in detention in school, what that meant? Your ass failed and you're messing up. But while you get older, you think prison is accomplishment. If I've been in jail for a day, I failed. I don't give a damn if it was drunk driving. Damn, you a failure, sir. You ain't eating bologna sandwiches. That shit stink. You pissing in front of all these men. You failed. You messed up, bro. Common sense. You still want to glorify pissing in front of men? You still want to glorify taking doodle in front of men, wiping your butts? You still want to glorify bending over and coughing? You still think it's cool, huh? Well, maybe your ass need to go to jail. That's y'all culture. That's y'all life. That's also a high percentage of YouTube, y'all. All right? That's y'all culture, idiots. He is playing, hoping they offer him a deal. No, guys. A loser is a loser. And I just laugh at every loser that came on YouTube and thought they was going to get praised as a hero. No, you're clowns, brother. My brother did a penitentiary bid upstate New York when I was 10 or 11. When he came home, man, I got all my prison stories, and I ain't never looked up to no goddamn prison. But I was a teenager. Ain't no way in hell as a grown-ass man I'm going to entertain another man jail stories. Ain't nothing he going to tell me that's going to impress me. Just not. Told y'all, man, a lot of people have plagued y'all with these sicknesses. Thanks, Valencia. Sicknesses, y'all, that's made normal. I'm saying all that because Sugeknight is really a loon ball now. And we ain't going to forget what they said about him. Reggie said, Suge got that stuff and Suge got them friends in there. That's what Reggie said. All right, so at the end of the day, Sugeknight is dead wrong for that. Nothing loyal or straight up about him. He leaves where the money is at. He did the interviews. A cat man. Think they'll call it. Yeah, I believe he set Tupac up. Most of them were straight up jealous of him, like women get jealous. Bingo. That's what I said. I start noticing all this shit. A lot of this stuff is about jealousy, man. One way or another. I don't care if Snoop Dogg had a certain love from Pop, from Suge. He ain't get no love. Now he hurt. And now they're at death row. They hurt because Pop get love. And now Diddy upset because Pop don't show him love. That's how I look at the whole shit. Oh, Biggie, he want to start his own stuff. He want to do. I look at them all a bunch of punks now, y'all. That's how I look. Like jealousy. How we know that? We got a lot of stories of jealousy, don't we? Told y'all it's a big picture now. You got all the stories of negative news. Now look at how many positive stories of Pac celebrations. How many good news stories? Any good news stories? Yo, we in Pac, we was doing this, we was doing that. Nope. All these dark stories, right? They ain't love Pac like that. Y'all ain't got a lot of stories. Y'all hang with Pac, but y'all running trains on chicks together, all this fun. I don't got a lot of stories. What I mean is this. Y'all knew goddamn well in that room, Tupac got first dibs on all the women first. Y'all know that. I already know that. Because we know, what's the word around here? They don't like ladies, man, like that. They be jealous of them. That's the word. But we know any room y'all step in, that's Tupac. Same thing I said about who? R. Kelly. Fool, you in a room with Tupac and R. Kelly. Man, they getting all the chicks. Pack it up. Pack it up. They knew that. They all knew that. That's why they always mad. From East Coast to West Coast, they wasn't like Tupac and R. Kelly because they had the woman. No, the woman screamed for their ass. Tupac. Huh? What Keeping these say was in the car, the woman said, Tupac, Tupac. That's how it's going to be. With Robert, R. Kelly, what? Never know. But other rap, everybody didn't have that effect like them, y'all. They did. But what was very important nobody talks about is back then, the female fans made you go platinum. That's how it was. Sausage Fest is like that to this day. It wasn't just going platinum because of men. These idiots don't buy nothing. It's because of the women. Tupac era was the first era as well where women started buying records at a high level, hip-hop records. When they got Jodeci on there, you see what I'm saying? Know your history. It was, see, they had the appeal with the women because the woman bought the damn tickets and spent the money on the records. This when hip-hop was able to keep the rainbow community hidden because they didn't need the money for the rainbow community. The rainbow community at this time was a lot of the executives, managers, and the ones helping hip hop make money. They was in the background. At this time, the fans were the young men like us. They got a lot of women into it, and the older men. But see, the genres change. Now the number one consumers ain't the same like back then. Also, always remember, a lot of their success was because of drug money. Drug dealers bought all the goddamn rap albums, period. Why you think every car had to have a system in it? And them albums had to get bought. And a lot of albums people bought more than once. Those are facts when they talk these platinum numbers. I know a lot of y'all that bought certain albums at least 3 times. You know what I'm saying? I know I did. I don't care if it was from record to tape to CD. Or the CD got messed, I got to buy another one. Tape pop. So some of these albums, some of y'all know for a fact I had them 5, 4 times. But that money it went hand in hand with the streets. That's why they got money. Drug dealing going on, that drug dealing going right into that music. That's why they were so big. With every drug dealer around the world playing Snoop Dogg. Every weed seller selling Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying, y'all? You go buy the weed for the spot, they playing Snoop Dogg. That's how the regulars selling food, them drugs. But we not in that era no more. Therefore, that's why a lot of these rappers' sales are dropping. Jay-Z was big because he was getting the drug money. You didn't go to 40/40. I ain't go to that. That was for big time drug dealers. They the ones buying that Ace of Spades Chris style trying to show off. That was for them. You got it? He was for the drug dealers. They knew that though, see? Let me show you the science. That's what Rockefeller was about. Because it's in the story where Jay-Z said what? Man, we rap for the dudes that get money. The drug dealers. Because they know they the ones spend the money on the merch. We trying to drop these clothes. The dudes that sell the drugs gonna buy those leathers. The dudes that sell the drugs gonna buy them jeans. You feel what I'm saying? The dudes that sell them drugs gonna pay for them tickets every show. And they gonna be at every club. The dudes that sell the drugs. 40/40, let's step it up. We ain't focused on low-level drug dealers. We need some upper echelon drug dealer for what? Kingpins. 40/40. That was his market. He knows that. That's what got him rich. But it was allowed because that was the genre. So I'm just telling y'all, in the end, this is why a lot of this stuff is nothing to be proud of when you know the real history. The check writers know at the end of the day, this shit comes from drug money. We got to get away from that. You know what I'm saying? We done cleaned that money up already. We're not into that. We're not selling that no more. Nah, that's back in the day. Got it? That's back in the day. See, when the bricks was coming in through Miami and all that, we let that music go back. Then we ain't doing that no more. We don't let nothing hit those boys. You see, so it was part of the economy, y'all. Salute, bro. Daz is the only one telling the truth. Salute the punches. That's why I say Daz he keeping the same energy. That's what I look at. I look at all the people keeping their same energy from day one. You see what I'm saying? So I always tell y'all my opinion. It ain't no favorites in this. It's all about how it played out. Let me also tell you, to be fair, Pac could have been a straight disrespectful knucklehead, disrespecting all their ass. He could have went too far. I can't make Snoop the bad guy. Tupac could have been disrespecting that man. Tupac could have went to death row acting like Tupac, like Snoop a goddamn PR nobody. I don't know what he did. What else? A lot of people could have felt a certain way about Pac when he went at Drake. Y'all forget Dr. Dre called Quincy Jones his godfather. Tupac could have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way going at Drake like that. See what I'm saying? So I tell you, Tupac ain't innocent. And y'all keep acting like y'all don't want to respect real LA life at that time, bro. Do you know how important it was in LA, Los Angeles at that time to even get a pass? Where they got it set up where dudes won't even take your life? Dudes won't put a finger on? No, they took that for, no, man. At that time, you could be a body any day, any time. Every gang was straight active. Straight active. So y'all got to understand the times, too. The power of death row, they had the gangs working together on some positive shit to get money. But when Tupac came, in reality, he really was a disruptor. If you really pay attention when Pac came, They went back into gangbang mode. Damn, we gotta be on this side, cuz this blood. We Pop making this shit uncomfortable. Damn. That's really what happened. So I keep telling you, it's many sides of this whole shit. You gotta also look at Pop behavior. Was he acting like a church mouse? Was Pop being perfect? Was he showing the same love to Snoop? Was he showing love to Dre? Was he just being nice to everybody, being fair? Was he showing extra love? I'm happy to be y'all. Did he do that? Or did he create uncomfortable environments? Now rewind it. They say Pop was only there for 11 months. That ain't enough to start turning on people, bro. Pop, you at death row. We built this shit. Snoop done built that from 91. You come in 95 like you running shit. Hold on, bro. That is disrespect. It is. Now, they also say Sugeknight gassed it up. Well, that's his fault. That means he destructed his own label by having them going picking sides. That ain't right. So that's why I say everybody had a part to play in this. But Pop was not innocent neither, y'all. But at the end of the day, how it played out, what else I say? What Outlaws at? They got YouTube channels. Outlaws did the same exact thing as Sugeknight. What? Go on platforms, talk. Now they quiet. And what I say, I could blame the Outlaws for not being strapped that night. See, I could play with all this stuff. Because I wasn't there. It ain't no facts. This is what I mean. I don't pick one person. Okay, let's say Suge had it lined up for Pop to get taken out that night. Let's say Reggie White said stand down. Tonight, Pop going down tonight. Meanwhile, the Outlaws right there in the back, right there in the car back of them. Nobody strapped. You ain't hear, I'm going to say it again. You ain't hear one story Outlaws busting up them shots. They were busting them shots in that booth at Biggie. They were busting them shots in that booth. But I ain't hear not one shot to save Pop that night. That's the case. Why the hell I got it with me for? That's the case. I could have got smoked in Vegas by myself. All right? It's that simple. So that's why I say I could blame Outlaws and Frank. Ain't nobody bust no shots. Don't keep telling me what Reggie said. Don't be strapped. I don't want to hear that. When another man can tell another man don't be strapped. Don't play with me. Because I know a man can say, why am I saying that? I'm from the generation brought firearms to school, nigga. With metal detectors. Meaning, somebody going to bring a strap, they're going to bring a strap. All right? So let's not play. Why the Outlaws wasn't strapped? All right. So my point is, y'all, it's going to play out however it is, and none of us know how it's going to play out. But nobody is a hero. And Suge, he looking very bad. It was a trap. Now let's go back to YouTube. Now you see on YouTube, everybody picking a side. Sugeknight. No, Sugeknight. No, it's Reggie. Reggie, Sugeknight. I'm with Suge. I'm with Reggie. I'm with Suge. I'm with Pop family. All these picking sides. Meanwhile, now all y'all was with Suge. Now look at how you look. Because now, man, they saying, man, Suge, man, how the hell you threatening not to come to court when you are a known witness in that car? Meaning, nobody can make you see nobody. Nobody can make you do nothing. But you're running from the whole experience. Don't make sense, do it. Because you had energy talking on. What's the difference between you talking on the phone from jail or you going to that courtroom? What the hell is the difference? You're still locked up. You ain't coming home. What's the difference, Suge? You got to explain that to everybody else, not me. This dude says, leave me out of it. Dude, you a witness. You literally are the only living witness from the car. And you are going to say, leave you out of it, please. Then you got it, man. They basically said, you the main one that can't say that, Suge. How you going to say, leave me out of it? I hear he turned into a punk in jail. Obviously, Sugeknight is dead wrong for that. Nothing loyal or straight up about him. Then you got it, man. I think he had him taken out. Then you got it. So, we're going to watch this play out, y'all. Hey, it's going to be some good entertainment. I was watching them talk about it on NBC yesterday. I ain't want to watch all that selection. I'm paying attention. ClaressasShields got to fight this weekend, y'all. So she going to be fighting in Atlanta if y'all want to support. The word of the weekend is ClaressasShields going to knock this woman out, or is she going to get knocked out in front of Papoose? All right? This is the weekend. Claressa Shields got to put up or shut up. I didn't see that other boxer, but I saw her fight. I got faith in Claressa Shields. I think she's going to win, but it ain't a fact. Because if she have not been training like that, and she just been playing on YouTube, I know one thing too. I don't think this woman going to be nothing sweet. You got the facts on that. She got the belt. She a champion too, one way or another. So I got to do my homework. Because as far as I know, this could be Claressa Shields' biggest fight or her strongest opponent. I don't know. Because, y'all, this is what I meant by they play around online so much and make you a clown. They make me forget this woman is a professional boxer, which means I can see her name every day, Claressa Shields every day, but it's never about boxing. So therefore, her fight is this weekend. I'm seeing her name posted all these months about Papoose and this. Didn't even know this woman had a big fight this weekend. Which is important because it's in Atlanta. Also, Claressa Shields also is to inspire other women like this. You ain't just got to be a freak to get money. You can have a nice body. You can get into training, boxing, UFC. There's other ways for women to show their greatness. You ain't got to keep doing that. You see? But they ain't going to glorify that. Same way we're running track. There's other things women can do with their talents. Meanwhile, I believe she'll knock Floyd Mayweather out. That's what I believe, y'all. I believe Claressa Shields will whip Floyd Mayweather. So the powers that be that listen, can you please make that an expedition fight so Floyd can get some money back? Make Floyd fight Claressa Shields for $2 million. That's a fight I want to see. It's time to see a real gender fight. Yeah, Floyd. I bet you Floyd he'll deny that fight. He don't want that fight. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. You know how they say don't hit a woman, bro? Don't worry about that with her. You're going to be knocked out. You're going to be knocked out. You see that shoulder? Bro, if you block her punch, it's going to hurt. Hell yeah. Only way to beat her is in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I take out like that. Other than that, you ain't beating her like that. When she get mad and try to fight, I just try to kiss her. Baby, you know I'm just playing. No, come on, man. I got to get up like that. You ain't going to win the other way. You ain't, bro. Hey, you ain't. I ain't abusive anyway, but Papoose had no say so. You see that right shoulder? Yeah. You don't want to get hit with that. Trust me. And I know none of you Remy Ma can talk online all day. Remy, you know you don't want none of that hook. You don't want that. Trust me. But we know Remy, we know what Remy will do with that firearm, but nah, bro. No, it's no woman face could sustain that shoulder. Trust me. Unless you're a boxer. You ain't, nope. Pack it up. It's not a lot of men that can withstand that shoulder, that right hook. You ain't gonna take it. All right, you see this youngster? You see young man right here? If Claressa Shields hit him in his jaw, he'd be dead. He'd be out of here. He's out of here, y'all. He got turned into a Michael Jordan logo outside the club. We used to call this a trip around the world. Yup. He took his ass around the world. It's how I go back in the day, bro. Boo! Right on his head. Right in his mouth, y'all. They can't fight no more. The men can't fight. That's why the women fight harder. You got it? So there you got it, man. The fighters this weekend, big money. Now we gonna see if Claressa been in the gym, and now she can back up everything she been talking about. When she knocked this person out, it will be a subliminal message to Remy Ma. You don't want to be next. And I think after that, she will be crowned and celebrated. That's right. X replaces its revenue sharing program with original content. When I told y'all everybody getting pushed offline with low-level content, here's the proof. Day by day, I'm going to keep showing y'all the internet is changing, it's stepping up, and they only are focused on real subscribers, real people that want real content. All that slop, all that fake trash is getting pushed offline. I'm going to show you this last time. X replaces its revenue sharing program with original content, which means little by little, this is the game they playing. All urban, low-level content, janky, you ain't going to make no real money. The people with original content, top level, gonna make the most. And I told you in this department, it's a lot that make our content trash. It ain't just your cover. It ain't just your video. It ain't just what you're talking about. It ain't just what's in the title. It's also what you stand for. When I told you how YouTube set up, it don't matter what you change your channel into today. It's based on all the shit you got on your channel already. Your channel is already in a certain algorithm that can't get out. The only way to get out your channel algorithm, you got to make a new channel. Yep. So what I mean is, they got it where certain channels are considered low level, and you get low level ads, and original channels, original content, high level, you get the most money. And I told you it's going to be like that everywhere. So for all you guys that got to wait for somebody to do a video, then you copy the video, then you talk about the video, call yourself reacting, little by little, you ain't getting paid nothing for that. Just know, when you do your reactionary videos, you don't get top dollar. Now, I was watching a real YouTuber yesterday. They had a Dawn dishwash commercial, a Google Gemini commercial, and I said, that person right there, they getting good money on their channel. I ain't going to tell you who it is, but I know get the good ads who don't. Y'all don't know this shit about money, y'all, because a lot of y'all not hustlers. See, a lot of y'all doing videos all day, but you selling nickel bags. Then there's some people, man, they get $20. They selling 20s all day. That's how YouTube played out now. And it don't matter how much money you got. It's based on certain stuff that I ain't going to say. Now, when I go there, just know that. I'm giving y'all your last clue. Your days of monetization and making money off bullshit and nonsense is coming to an end. You blame young Pharaoh. You blame a lot of people. That's what's happening. Meaning, you can report about young Pharaoh freak butt all day, but you ain't going to make no money off that for real. You just not. Sorry. And the thing is, nobody in the world feels the same about young Pharaoh like you. So young Pharaoh will be called a low-level, you know what. Got it? How many times I joked on the channel, the freaks come out at night. We raised on that. If you don't break out of that freak culture, you're going to be a freak of the week. You're a freak. What they said Diddy trial? Ain't nothing wrong with being freaky. What we started calling them last year, y'all? Freak Nation. I stopped calling them that now. I felt sorry for them. Freak Nation, that's what they are. So, there go young Pharaoh. Freaks come out at night. Now you see why the word is they sleep all day and come out all night. They don't know that's the word. When they sit in the house all day, going live and scrolling, with bonnets on in the day, you know what that means? They come out at night. Everybody know that. In the daytime, they weird as hell. They're weird because they're not functioning citizens. You got real citizens get up, wash their ass, put clothes on, make some breakfast, put the kids on the bus, go to work. They not considered the misfits. In a world where who the hell wakes up all day with nothing to do and just sit around all day? Weirdo. So that's them now. But the freaks come out at night because they don't do shit all day but be weird. That's all it is now, y'all. You got it? So when y'all always talking about the culture, you must understand this is the culture now. In 1960s, it was one way. Hey, the 70s one way. The 80s, the culture was Jerry curls. In the 90s, the culture was acting tough. In the 2000s, the culture was we balling, we rich, MTV cringe, we got all this money, we flossing, blow a check. But now, the culture is this. Freaky, weird. Get the hell away from me. All right? Go that way. So I try to give y'all all these different things to let y'all know where we at now. And you will continue to see this every single day till it's all over. On that note, we're going to get out of here. The realest news is Drake sends more shots to Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Drake references Rock Nation subpoena. Y'all know what that word subpoena means. That is the real news. That is the real situations going on right now. All right? But they consider big dogs. But that's the real news. Subpoenas and court cases. Meaning, they just getting started. But Snoop, this right here, this coming to a close. So now y'all got it. I ain't gonna say all of it. A lot of stuff starting to get shifted to Suge now. Suge ain't innocent. As far as public opinion, I just showed y'all. And what I showed y'all, they actually saying worse about Suge than Reggie. They saying worse about Suge than everybody else. Cause what? They said, Suge, you was in the car. So by you saying all this extra stuff, you make it a little worse. On that note, y'all, we're gonna leave it at that. Meanwhile, Snoop in the cut with the new Death Row. They should have been like Snoop and just stay quiet. Snoop got it lined up smart too, y'all. Look, Snoop got it lined up like this. When all this stuff over, and they get wrapped up, he can relaunch the new Death Row, start dropping that music. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna play out. Meanwhile, Jay-Z had to come out and tell these people stop lying. So Ray Daniels, a YouTuber, industry guy from Atlanta, put out the biggest rap lie ever, that Jay-Z had an album completed, and that made that lie worse than Dr. Dre bringing out Detox. He said Jay-Z album was complete, I guess, for a trending topic, trying to be relevant, make some money, and I think he was trying to get like Drake fans scared or something. I don't know. Also remember this too. The old generation needs Jay-Z to eat. Hov ain't stupid. A lot of people from the old generation can't make no money unless Hov do something, because they got to eat off Hov's plate. Get it? So I told you, in this game, you could be a villain or a good guy. They think always by being a good guy by Hov, they going to eat off his plate. But that ain't the case. Y'all top is drying up. And if Hov never come back out and fire everybody, about 70% of this game will be over. He is the one keeping it up, because he is the last pillar left. That's all this about. Other than that, y'all have a good day. We'll keep up with this case, but to me, it's boring right now. All that shit boring. I don't care about this case to the last day. I don't care about it to the day, but it's time to read that verdict. That's all I care about. But I ain't gonna lie, Keefy D looks slow. He looks slow in court, y'all. Keefy D looked like a young man. He looked like when your grandmother make you go to church. And that's how Keefy D look in the courtroom. Keefy D whole life on the line. He in church looking like he in court looking like a church schoolboy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, Keefy D off in the head. Y'all wrong for that too, man. Y'all know goddamn well Keefy D is short bus. Got that man to write a book. Y'all need to stop y'all BS, man. We out, y'all. What? Appreciate y'all all. We out.